To tip off for Southeast of Saline basketball on KINA Sports. Coming up, you're going to get a full preview of area games, analysis on this matchup, and keys to a Trojan win. Now let's head to the gym for Countdown to Tip Off right here on KINA.
After getting a clean sweep against the Lions in their home gym on Tuesday, Southeast of Saline back here at home to take on a school that is out of NCAA play and out of classification in the Clay Center Tigers. Hi, and welcome into the Purple Palace. We are at Southeast of Saline High School tonight once again for the second time this week. Southeast of Saline tonight will be stepping out of NCAA play to take on the Tigers of Clay Center, a team from Class 4A. Devin Haney, along with Tyler Smith, also Nick Garst producing and engineering, Brian Dennett providing that live stream video free of charge tonight. It's on SalinaPost.com. You can access it anytime on YouTube with Salina Post Sports, and it's brought to you tonight by Precision Electric. Southeast of Saline's girls come in after rolling over Lions on Tuesday, 74-22. The win for Southeast of Saline moved them to 7-3 overall, 3-2 in league play. Tonight they will step out of league play and take on a Clay Center Tiger team that features one of the best guards in the state of Kansas in Lily Edwards. Clay Center comes in looking for a win themselves before both teams start mid-season tournament play coming up next week. Countdown to tip-off is underway for Southeast of Saline Lady Trojan basketball. It's brought to you by L&L Advisors. When we come back, we'll look back at the Lions' victory on Tuesday for Southeast of Saline. Also get you updated on what the Lady Tigers from Clay Center have been up to out of the NCKL. It's all coming up when we come back. This is a 3-minute timeout, and it gets us ready for Southeast of Saline Lady Trojan basketball coming up here on KINA.
APAC Kansas Incorporated has been building the Heartland from the ground up for over a century. From the supply of aggregate materials, hot mix asphalt, and concrete to the construction of roads and bridges, we do it all. You've seen our trucks, and now we want to hire you. APAC in Salina is growing, and we are hiring for all positions. From truck drivers to mechanics, general laborers, and construction, APAC has your next career. For more details, visit the job links page at salinapost.com. Great pay and benefits, APAC is an equal opportunity employer.
Hi, this is Angela Gephardt from the Bank of Tuscan, and I'm still cheering on SES Trojans. Just like a great basketball team, we're here to assist, pass, and score big with you with our lineup of winning banking products. Whether you're looking to save with our traditional high-yield savings account, earn with Kasasa-free checkings, or secure your future with competitive loan options, we've got the tools to help you slam dunk your financial goals. Stop by one of our branches or visit Bank of Tuscan to learn more. The Bank of Tuscan, member FDIC.
Are you looking to upgrade your home with high-quality flooring and appliances? Look no further than Salina Appliance and Flooring. We're your one-stop shop for all your home improvement needs. We offer a wide selection of flooring and appliance options. Visit our showroom today located at 740 North 9th or our website at salinaappliance.com.
The Appliance Center, your local, trustworthy, and family-owned appliance dealer, providing sales, service, and parts for Salina and the surrounding area since 1980. The Appliance Center, just north of Ace Hardware on Broadway in the red and white building. Stop in today and experience the Appliance Center difference.
At AJ Honey Farms, the honey is just the beginning. From raw honey and wax melts to happy bee balm and beekeeping gear, they've got everything buzzing with local flavor. Whether you're soothing a sore throat, starting your own hive, or gifting something sweet to a loved one, AJ Honey Farms brings the bees and the kind of sweetness only they can bottle.
This is Alan from AJ Honey Farms right here at 901 North 9th Street in Salina, Kansas. We truly appreciate your continued support and thank you for choosing local.
At Maury Clinic Sports Medicine, we are available when you need us most. I'm Dr. Andrew Westbrook, and I am the sports medicine physician at Maury Clinic. I see patients of all ages and help them come back stronger than ever. From broken bones to joint pain, my team and I are committed to help you do more. For those with sports injuries, come see us at our sports medicine walk-in clinic Monday and Thursday mornings from 8 to 9 a.m. Prevent, recover, and strengthen so you can perform your best. Maury Clinic Sports Medicine. Make your move with confidence.
Frisbee Construction is a service organization for the commercial grain industry dedicated to giving you the best in planning, the best in quality, and the best of workmanship, and overall the best value for your dollar since 1949. Frisbee Construction specializes in new construction as well as remodel and repair of grain handling facilities throughout the Midwest. Frisbee Construction Company in Gypsum has emergency crews available as needed. For more information, go to frisbeeinc.com.
This is Trojan Basketball on KINA.
Welcome back here to Southeast of Saline High School. Devin Haney along with Tyler Smith. Countdown to tip-off is brought to you by L&L Advisors. Southeast of Saline got a big win on Tuesday here on their home floor. It was their 7th win of the season, moving the Lady Trojans and Shauna Smith to 7-3 overall. They're 3-2 in league play. And it was just one of those fun games where Southeast of Saline played a bunch of girls, a bunch of minutes were logged, a bunch of scoring was done. Everybody that hit the floor seemed like got a basket, a bunch of new season and career highs. And anytime you rack up 74 points in a game and you have that type of participation with everybody on the team, it really is a morale booster, and it could be a momentum carrier for you to come on into not only tonight but also next week in a tough Sterling tournament.
Devin, without a doubt. And when we talk about this schedule, and 3A is so tough this year. Every once in a while, it's just nice to get one of those games where if you come out and do your X's and O's correctly, even if you don't do a couple things correctly, you're still going to come out with a victory. But that was the reverse. The X's and O's were great, but the performances were fantastic as well. Everything matched up. Weren't like any explosive scores. Nobody went off for a 20-point game. It was just a lot of people that gained a lot of confidence. And I'll start with the defensive side. And anytime you see a Shauna Smith coach team, that's what you want. You want defense to lead that's the easy offense, and that's exactly what happened against Lions.
Taryn Getz was the leading scorer. She tied a career high with 12 points, and that was nothing new for Taryn Getz, as now she has scored 12 points 3 different occasions already this season in just 10 games. So Taryn with 12, also in double digits for Southeast of Saline, Kaya Samuelson and Sutton Douglas with 10, 8 points for Abigail Pearson, 6 for Reese Heinrich, and then you just go on from there. It just seemed like everybody that got on the floor scored as Southeast of Saline went on to their 7th victory of the season, winning 74-22. Tonight, Southeast of Saline will look across the court, and they will see a foe from the NCKL. This is a team from Class 4A who really has one of those frequent flyer passes to the state tournament in Class 4A, and it's the Clay Center Lady Tigers under the direction of Dalton Heist. They come in, and even though they have Lily Edwards, who is one of the best basketball players, especially in Class 4A and under in the state of Kansas, they are struggling so far this year. We talk about the NCKL all the time. We're kind of at a window's length away from the NCKL, right, with Chapman and Abilene and Wamego and Clay Center and Marysville, Concordia, Rock Creek. It's just one of those leagues that is just so diverse from top to bottom. When you talk about the size of Wamego, and then you have somebody like Clay Center in there as well. And so far, Clay Center's off to a rough start. They're 2-6 so far on the season, and a couple of common opponents between the Tigers and the Lady Trojans of Southeast of Saline. Clay Center lost to Beloit so far this season. That was one of the first 2 games of the season. They lost to Beloit by 5. Southeast of Saline lost to Beloit by 7. But then you look, and Clay Center beat Abilene by 4. Well, Southeast of Saline also beat Abilene, and they beat them by 7. So really some similar score discrepancies there with Clay Center and their common opponents with Southeast of Saline. One thing we know about this Tiger squad, they're going to come in, they're going to be very well coached under Coach Heist. They are going to play hard, and they are going to be scrappy on the boards.
Yeah, they always are, and it's always a fun matchup because regardless of what record Clay Center comes into this game with, it's always a early season game, always I guess like mid-season, right before you kind of get into the teeth of your mid-season tournaments and then the teeth of your league games. Clay Center's always got, with all due respect to genders, dudes. And Lily Edwards is an absolute dude. She piggybacks off her sister, who is also an absolute dude. They always have a lot of talent. And Coach Heist, he has that formula where he can figure out how to play in the regular season. You're talking about playing in that tough league. He has them peaking at the right time, year in and year out, and that's why they make postseason runs. So it's always a fun matchup to see these two teams get together as they're both starting to kind of build that crescendo, try to get that peak ready. Again, you don't want to be really, really good at the beginning of the year if you're not going to be good in March. And that's what Coach Heist has always done, and we've seen Coach Smith do the exact same thing. You want to be the best team that you can be in March, and that's what Clay Center will always give you.
This is kind of like Thanksgiving with us, right? We're thrilled to be here tonight, but we're also kind of peeking ahead to next week, mid-season tournament time. I call that Christmas in basketball. Southeast of Saline, we know what they're getting into next week. They're going to go to Sterling, to the Sterling Invitational. It's always such a tough tournament. Coach Smith said it herself in her post-game interview on Tuesday. They've never won that tournament. The girls have taken some really great teams there and never won that tournament on the girls' side of the Sterling Invitational. You look at Clay Center, they're going to a tournament in Hillsboro, and I got familiar with that bracket yesterday. Holy cow. You look at Sacred Heart right now, who on the ladies' side has 2 losses. They're going to go in as the 4 seed, and they will play a state-ranked Hillsboro squad who is the 5 seed in the first round. That tournament is absolutely stacked. You also have teams like Heston in there, and you just Holcomb is in there as well. You want to see some good basketball next week. It's right down the road in Hillsboro, and that's what Clay Center has waiting for them around the corner next week.
That's my favorite thing about tournament week. It doesn't matter what class you are. I mean, classes are obviously a big thing in football, right? Because there's so many players involved. You know, you have 11 people on the field. Can they go both ways? Can they do that? Blah, 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 blah. However, basketball, you play 5. There's 5 of your players on the court. There's the amount of I've been so impressed with the amount of talent that we've seen at the 3A, the 2A level. I'm not going to say they could go compete at the 5A, 6A level night in and night out, but they could do it for a game. They could definitely do it in a tournament. They'll nip you. The teams around this area are just so talented. They're so well coached. We see coaches just stay so long at places because they continue to win. The basketball pedigree in this area, big school, small school, it doesn't matter what size of school you are, it's just fun to watch, and that's what brings so much fun to this Clay Center team, a 4A school, going to class up for Southeast Saline. Again, this Clay Center team, despite their record right now, will do some damage later on in the season. They might just absolutely spoil some teams' postseason run, or they're going to make a postseason run themselves.
I would call this Clay Center team a veteran team. They will start 3 seniors and 2 juniors in their starting 5. Of course, they're led by junior Lily Edwards, 21.5 points a game, also 6 rebounds and 3 assists. She leads the team in all 3 categories. With her will be senior Boston Craig, 3 points a game, 2 rebounds, 1.5 assists. Also Molly McGee, a junior, 3 points, 5 rebounds a game, also an assist per contest. Miley McGee, 5.5 points a game, 2 rebounds, and an assist. And Savannah Bloomdahl, 4 points, 3 rebounds a game. She is a senior. That's your starting 5 for the 2-6 Clay Center Lady Tigers, who are coming off of a loss to a very, very good Rock Creek squad on Tuesday, 64-54. We'll step away. When we come back, we'll meet the starters for Southeast of Saline's Lady Trojans. We'll also have the tip. We'll get this one underway. It's a 2-minute timeout. More basketball coming up right here on KINA.
Can-Equip's annual twine and net wrap sales event is on now. Save with preseason pricing on genuine C&H twine for round balers and square balers, small or large. Choose from a variety of proven net wrap like Armor Net, Legacy, Bale Keeper, American Net, and Varsity Net. Maximum length and maximum strength for the performance you expect. See your parts professional for select rebates and ordering at Can-Equip in Solomon.
Knauf Auto and Truck Accessories. Everything to bling out your ride in one place, including top quality lift kits, wheels and tires, bumpers, Jeep accessories, fender flares, bed covers, bed liners, step bars, even custom painting. Knauf Auto is the and soil dealer and has many synthetics and filters in stock. Visit Knauf Auto on Facebook for specials, great ideas, and let them make your truck stick out in a crowd. Knauf Auto and Truck Accessories, supporting the Southeast of Saline Trojans.
It's natural to think that insurance is complicated, but at Farmers Agency, we know a thing or two about helping to make it easier by explaining your available coverage options. And with over 25 years of experience in insurance, we can help you through the process step by step. Call Kniper Agency at 825-8419 to learn more today.
Underwritten by Farmers Truck Fire Insurance Exchanges and Affiliates. Products not available in every state.
We are farmers. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum.
Mary Maids in Salina offers house cleaning services you can see and feel. Your home is more than just a house. It's where memories are made and moments are cherished. Though life can be complicated, house cleaning shouldn't be. Mary Maids strives to take the stress out of your day so you can live your life your way. With more than 40 years experience and an advanced time-tested cleaning process, they can help you reclaim time with your loved ones. Find Mary Maids on Facebook or check out their website at marymaids.com.
You're listening to Southeast of Saline Hoops on KINA.
Welcome back here, Southeast of Saline High School. Getting ready for Southeast of Saline and Clay Center. Starting lineups being introduced right now to the crowd. Still filing in here by public address announcer Jathan Cho. Once again for Clay Center, it's Boston Craig, Miley McGee, Lily Edwards, and Savannah Bloomdahl. For Southeast of Saline's Lady Trojans, under the direction of Shauna Smith in her 10th season, they will start Reese Heinrich, a 5'2" sophomore, 9.5 points a game, 2 rebounds and 2 assists. Kaya Samuelson, a 5'7" sophomore, 9.5 points a game, 6 rebounds. She leads the team in assists and steals, 3.5 assists per game. Also, Sutton Douglas in the starting lineup. She leads the team in rebounding. The 5'7" senior gets 7 rebounds a game and also 8 points per contest. Reagan Duran, a 5'5" junior, 7.5 points a game, also 4 rebounds and 2 assists per contest. And Abigail Pearson, a 5'7" senior, 4 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists per game. Shauna Smith is assisted by Steve Reedy and Kylie Holmes. It's the Lady Trojans and the Clay Center Tigers. Tyler, take us away. Our new image audio keys to success tonight for Southeast of Saline.
Devin, tonight it's all about how do you take care of Lily Edwards. Lily Edwards, as we've already discussed in the pregame, she is a premier guard in the state of Kansas. And it's not only her scoring, it's how she distributes the ball, grabs rebounds. She controls everything that Clay Center does. She can beat you in so many different ways. The last time we saw a guard of this ability, it was Carly Smith of Beloit. And Carly Smith only had 11, 12 points against Southeast, but she did so many other things. She got everybody else involved. So if you're going to defend Lily Edwards, you got to make sure that you're defending her and you're keeping her off the scoreboard. But you got to make sure she's also not just making passes, making assists. You got to keep her off the boards as well. Lily Edwards has the capabilities to flip this game. I'm really intrigued to see who gets this matchup, who's going to guard her 94 feet. That's what you got to do. You got to make sure that she is hassled. Everything is difficult for her tonight, and that's what Southeast does. They have enough guards that can do it. They have Abba that can be a swing player. Tonight should be a fun one.
Bloomdahl and Duran in the center circle. Clay Center will win the tip with Bloomdahl. They will have the possession, starting out with their black jerseys trimmed in orange, white numerals, and white letters. Southeast of Saline for the second time this week in their home whites trimmed in purple and black. Looks like a zone defense here, starting out for Southeast of Saline, as they are shadowing inside around the lane, and Clay Center nearly threw it away, but it's chased down right in front of the Southeast of Saline bench by Boston Craig. Now over to Edwards. She'll try the skip pass over everyone. Ends up with Molly McGee. There's Molly McGee and Miley McGee. So don't think that there's two players out on the floor with the same name, but very similar, a letter different. Here's a shot put up at the shot clock expiration. That's no good. Southeast of Saline has it. Reagan Duran got the rebound. Abba Pearson now surveying this Clay Center defense. Here's a high screen. Gets Heinrich open momentarily. Now ends up with Pearson on the left-hand side. Abba wants to drive. Collects the double team. Out to Heinrich. She got a pick from Duran. Now a short jumper up. No good. Sutton Douglas saves it into the hands of Reagan Duran. Duran now buried. Out to a wide-open Heinrich for 3 off the front lip. No good. Heinrich, though, gets her own rebound. Southeast still looking for points here on the offensive end. Pearson tries a 3, and she gets the 3. 3 opportunities to score for Southeast of Saline. They win the battle on the offensive boards. It ends up with 3 points from Abba Pearson.
Yeah, Devin, that's big. The offensive rebounds equal more opportunities. You just see more opportunities. You saw a couple shots missed by Reese Heinrich. Don't mind any of the shots she took, but finally the ball finds Abba, and she drains a big 3 from the wing.
You love to see Abba shake off the rust from missing those few games. 5 games Abba missed. Now here's a turnover for Clay Center. Back the other way. Here comes Heinrich with it. She'll slam on the brakes right-hand side. Now Samuelson streaking down the lane. She'll kick it out to Duran. Now back to Samuelson along the baseline underneath the basket. Douglas. Turnaround. Douglas. No good. Cleaned up underneath by Clay Center. Edwards has it. Long pass up the floor. Unattended. The safety didn't get back for Southeast. And it's a basket up and good for the Tigers. Miley McGee.
Yeah. Difficult pass right there, but you saw Edwards just put it right on the money, and nice finish from McGee.
Samuelson gets into the paint. Her 12-foot jumper rolls off no good. Offensive rebound by Pearson. She collects a lot of contact in the paint. Her shot no good, and the rebound collected by Miley McGee. Here come the Tigers back the other way, 2-on-2. They'll kick it out to Boston Craig. She'll get to the right-hand elbow. Now the ball in question rolling towards the timeline. It is saved, though, and it comes back to the Tigers here on their offensive end.
Yeah, you hate to see a loose ball like that just dangling around in the backcourt. You got to go up and get that basketball. You can tell that Abba had an assignment. She didn't want to leave her assignment. That's why she didn't go after that loose ball.
Yeah, nobody for Southeast gave chase on that ball, and the way that it was saved, you'd think that maybe Southeast would have a chance to pick that off. Here's Craig with a jumper, a left-hand side. No good. Heinrich with the rebound.
And Devin, that's twice now we've seen Clay Center get shots off at the horn, with the shot clock. Southeast is making it really difficult for Clay Center to get into their flow offensively.
3-2 our score. Southeast leading by 1. Here's Heinrich with a head and shoulder fake. She gets it into the paint, now kicks it out. Samuelson, opposite corner for 3. It's an air ball, no good. Battle for the rebound. It goes off Heinrich and out of bounds. Clay Center will have it going back the other way.
Yeah, Devin, I like that baseline drive by Heinrich. It goes to Samuelson. Samuelson, I thought she might have got the shot up a little bit too quick. I think one more pass. I think she had Pearson on the wing. Just, again, make this zone. It's going to be a 3-2 zone. Just make that zone work. Don't go with the first open shot. Continue to make it work and see what you can do. Abigail Pearson right there on Lily Edwards. We're going to see so many different Trojan defenders on Edwards. I would take Abigail Pearson guarding anybody, but you're going to see Abba on her. You're going to see Reagan. You're going to see Heinrich. You're going to see Samuelson. There's so much athleticism that you can throw at Edwards, and they all defend a little bit differently.
Pearson forced Edwards into a traveling violation in the backcourt. Second turnover for Clay Center. Taryn Getz has checked in. She has the basketball. She'll throw it to the opposite corner. Heinrich. Her 3, no good. Heinrich hit the deck. Getz gets the rebound and sticks it back up and in. Taryn Getz, her game continues to develop. Here over the last couple of games, it's been toughness on the inside. Now a shot in transition. Nobody stepped out to pick up Mila McGee, and she cans her second jumper from the same spot.
But, Devin, I like the offensive rebound. I like going up strong if you're Getz. But, again, it's that extra pass. Heinrich didn't shoot that 3. Abba's wide open on the wing. Just one more extra pass. You see a shot missed by Duran. It's going the other way.
Shot by Duran is rebounded by the Tigers. Halfway through this first quarter, these two teams feeling each other out here to see what they have in this Friday night contest. And now a pass that is thrown away to the Southeast of Saline student body, which I would say is still developing.
Very much so. It'll continue to grow. That's the great thing about this. There's a lot of people still coming back from practice. We know there's Tournament of Champions wrestling going on, so it might be a little bit different, but it'll grow.
Southeast with the basketball. They have a 1-point lead. Reese Heinrich with it. Goes to the right-hand side, now comes back to the middle, dumps it off with Durant. Now ball above her head. Taryn Getz looking. Heinrich now on the drive from the corner. She gets it into the rack and scores. Reese Heinrich got by the defender, used the baseline, and was able to weave her way back inside for 2. She'll have a chance to make it 3 at the stripe.
You have to guard Reese 20 feet away. You know that she's deadly from three-point range. That comes out. She drives baseline. That's not an easy play for anybody. She goes up strong, takes that contact, drills it, gets that layup to go into the free throw line for the old-fashioned three-point opportunity.
Free throw good. 3-point mission completed. 8-4 now the score. Southeast of Saline doubling up the Tigers here early on. Now a near steal by Samuelson in the backcourt as Southeast of Saline with that little three-quarter court press. Clay Center with it. 3:27 left to go. First period. 8-4 is our score. Southeast of Saline leading. Edwards has been bottled up so far. I don't even know if she's put up a shot yet, Tyler. Now a pass and a drive from the opposite side. Rebound off the Tiger miss goes to Taryn Getz. Taryn with a couple of rebounds here early on. Heinrich in the corner. Pearson Fetter. Now Heinrich underneath the basket. Extra pass. Getz. Three-pointer on the way. Rolls off no good. And the rebound one-handed style underneath into the hands of Molly McGee.
Yeah, great rebound from McGee, but that's an extra pass you have to make for Southeast. Don't take that baseline 3. Go up, and you saw right there Edwards. Edwards, a lot of contact. Didn't get the foul call. That's what she can do. That was dynamic. Unfortunately, she didn't get the foul call for her. It's a great play.
Some sloppy ball handling by the Tigers after that. They saved it after the Edwards miss. And now Samuelson face guarding Edwards right in front of the Southeast bench. They get her back door. Now a brief double team. Knopf comes over there. Edwards falling out of bounds. Has to get rid of it. Now back out to Boston Craig. She ball fakes a 3. Spins her way into the paint. Now goes to the right-hand side to Laura Hammond, who has checked in off the bench. Hammond's turnaround on the guarded shot. No good. Taryn gets there with a hand in her face.
And just great on-ball defense from Taryn Getz. I mean, that's something we want to talk about, all the great things. We forget that Taryn Getz is only a sophomore. We see the points that she's putting up. She's doing a great job. Her and Sutton Douglas, 2 of the most consistent scorers. You know you're going to get them from them offensively. You get that from Taryn defensively, that's going to be fantastic just going forward for Southeast.
2:14 left to go. Samuelson with it off the inbounds on the side. Now inside Sutton Douglas, wide open. Heinrich gets her the ball. Sutton Douglas with her first basket of the night. Give Heinrich the assist and a timeout for Clay Center. 2:06 left to go here in the first. It's a 30-second timeout and a chance for us to remind you tonight's presenting sponsor is Precision Electric. The gang at Precision Electric, not only do they do great work as far as household, commercial electricity, they also bring kids in and get them started in the business. They're always looking for great prospects for apprentice workmanship, and also just want to come learn the business, get with Tom Perez, man. He's such a great guy, and he will help you get started out in the electrical business at Precision Electric. They are the proud supporter of the Southeast of Saline Trojans and the presenting sponsor here tonight of Southeast of Saline and Clay Center.
Whew. So far, so good, right?
Yep.
It's defense. And again, we talked about Lily Edwards has one shot tonight, and there were 3 Trojans around her. It's a difficult shot. You contain her. You're not going to be able to stop her. You just got to contain her. You got to make sure she doesn't blow up. She's capable of doing anything. She can keep this Clay Center Tigers team in any single basketball game. We've seen her have a couple assists. We've seen her 1 assist, but, she can do so many things. You keep her off the board.
Heinrich diving ball on the floor, nearly got it away from the Tigers. Now settling back in on defense. Ball in her hands. It's Edwards. Samuelson an arm's length away. She throws it in. Now they kick it back out. Edwards trying to direct traffic, asking for a high screen, trying to set up the pick and roll. Samuelson switches off. Heinrich takes it away. Heinrich's a thief down the middle of the floor in between 2 Tigers. Left her to layup off to the right-hand side. That was a tough shot for Heinrich to finish, going down the center of the floor. Now Edwards back the other way, and a foul called on Southeast. 90 seconds left to go, and Lily Edwards has her first chance to score.
Yeah, and I thought right there in transition, that's when Edwards is the most dangerous. She can do so many different things as she's going down the basketball court. Kind of a knick-knack foul on Sutton Douglas. However, that's Edwards doing a great job just getting her body into it, getting herself to the free throw line. That's what scorers do. That's what players do as she hits the first free throw. But she understood the situation. She's going to go. She's going to make sure she hits the layup or gets herself to the free throw line.
First free throw is made. Second one coming up for Lily Edwards, the sensational junior from Clay Center. She missed that one off the front of the rim. Kaya Samuelson grabs the rebound for Southeast of Saline. Here comes Southeast now. Samuelson drives. She'll kick it out. Getz for 3. She cans it. Taryn Getz is becoming a big, big threat on this Southeast of Saline team.
She's a problem. You cannot leave her open. And I don't know who you start, covering, where the defense is going to bend or break, but you got to make sure you account for Taryn Getz in transition, in the offense. She gets her feet set. It's money.
I was just kind of laughing to myself as I was updating stats and going through per game averages of scoring. It's like you have 5 girls that all average like 8 to 9 points a game. Who do you guard?
Exactly, and all of them could go off for 20 if you don't handle them, but you got to take care of them all, and so they just continue to get their own.
Here's a shot forced up with 3 seconds on the shot clock. Clay Center's going to get their own rebound, though. Bloomdahl keeps it alive, kicks it out to Edwards. Here's a 3 that's up and good. Miley McGee got a 3 for Clay Center, and she's carrying the Tigers here early on with 7 points.
Yeah, and you'll live with that if you're Southeast right now. If McGee's going to beat you, you'll do that. Just a poor entry pass from Getz. However, I love this, all right? You make a poor entry pass. Again, we talk about this. You can hang your head and just pout, or you go in and create an alternate possession right there as Getz did. She made the poor pass. She goes in. She sees that, ties the basketball up. Possession will remain with Southeast.
Tara knew it was a mistake. She followed it right in and promptly tied it up. She earned the arrow for Southeast. Abba Pearson has checked in. She'll replace Getz as Southeast is going through their inbounds. Heinrich for a long 3. That's no good. Backside rebound. Sutton Douglas falling out of bounds. She saves it to Samuelson. Pass to Duran. 3-pointer, top of the key. Reagan Duran. Southeast of Saline has 3 3-pointers here in this first quarter. 16-8. Here's Edwards double clutching a 3 at the buzzer, and we are at the end of 1. Pretty good quarter of basketball so far for the Lady Trojans. Clay Center trailing by 8. 16-8 is our score. Southeast of Saline Trojan basketball here on KINA and also live stream video on SalinaPost.com. Presented tonight by Precision Electric.
Are you looking for a local brokerage firm to help you with your Medicare, life insurance, and annuities? L&L Advisors is the #1 local Medicare supplement and insurance specialist. Medicare can be confusing. Let the experts at L&L Advisors help make sense of it. Stop by one of 3 locations in Salina or McPherson and speak to an agent about the needs of your family. L&L Advisors, main office at 717 Roach right off Crawford and in the Central Mall Salina and downtown McPherson. Based on honesty and trust, contact L&L Advisors today.
When the time comes to honor a life, Hire Scott Mortuary in Salina is here with care, compassion, and guidance every step of the way. Celebrate memories, cherish family, and find comfort in tradition. Hire Scott Mortuary, celebrating life, embracing legacy.
During the winter months, we all rack up a lot of miles, especially following the SES basketball and wrestling teams. Isaacson Truckline is a proud supporter of the Southeast Trojans and wants to remind everyone to be safe on the roads this season. For local and long-haul service of freight and livestock, call Isaacson Truckline.
You're listening to Southeast Trojan Hoops on KINA.
Second quarter amongst us, 16-8, Southeast of Saline leading Clay Center. After the first quarter of play, Tigers start out with the basketball. Southeast now starting the quarter in a man-to-man defense. They're going to drive, kick it out, three-pointer on the way. That's no good from Molly McGee. A rebound by Sutton Douglas down low.
Devin, this rebounding from Southeast, it's never been an issue this year. We're just seeing them eliminate second-chance opportunities. Sutton Douglas has just been so huge on the defensive boards. Again, the addition to Abbott coming back healthy, it's just making it so difficult for teams to get second-chance shots.
Durant, little head and shoulder fake, gets into the paint. Her shot deflected, taken away by the Tigers. Here comes Edwards with it. Somebody needs to tag her in transition. Abba Pearson steps up. She'll take it. She shuts Edwards off on the left-hand side. Tigers swinging around. Ends up with Boston Craig. Free throw line extended on the right-hand side. Now to McGee. One dribble. She wasted. Nowhere now for her to go. She's looking for help, and she'll find it in Edwards. Looks like Edwards traveled there. She'll launch to three and then falls down trying to buy a foul from Reagan Duran. And it goes over the basket and picked up by Samuelson. Kaya, a little crossover at the free throw line, gets into the paint. Her shot no good. Clay Center with the rebound. A lot of one-and-dones now. Both teams doing a really good job on the defensive board.
There it is, but I love that shot from Kaya. She just kind of slowly got herself into the lane. I mean, she was in control. She's seen another great defensive play from Durant. What Durant is doing right now, there's so many things on the peripheral that you might not be able to see, but she's doing such a good job just getting her hands in, being in the right position.
Reagan went from one baseline, creating the steal that Heinrich ended up scooping up, all the way to the other baseline, was there in time to get the entry pass from Samuelson and a foul on Clay Center. That Duran just sprinted from baseline to baseline, making a play on each end.
Devin, I kind of feel like Duran's just getting back into that flow. As you see the inbounds play, baseline inbounds, we see it all the time. Heinrich misses the three. You're going to see another alternating position. So the alternating position that happened earlier on the Getz, ill-advised pass, right, with 21 seconds left, that meant that Clay Center was going to open up the second quarter with the basketball. That meant the next tie-up was coming to Southeast. Proved pretty beneficial so far.
Pearson open. She's going to throw it inside to Samuelson. Kaya's turning around no good. Gets her own rebound, goes back to the other side on two dribbles and scores. Kaya Samuelson has her first points with 6:09 left to go in the second quarter.
Yeah, Samuelson had Craig on her when she got the initial pass. I don't think she understood she had a smaller player on her. She had more time than she had. However, she misses the shot, gets her own offensive rebound, and finishes. A good job from Samuelson.
10-point lead for Southeast of Saline. 5:55 left to go here in the second quarter. And a traveling violation up top on the Tigers. It's their fourth turnover of the day so far. Taryn Getz sprints back to the scorer's table. She'll replace Heinrich. Also in for Clay Center is Laura Hammond. She'll replace Boston Craig.
Yeah, and anytime you can get Heinrich just a quick sip of water. She won't be out long, but it's always interesting to see if you don't have Heinrich or Pearson on the court, how the team operates.
Give and go between Duran and Samuelson. Samuelson stopped and shot the jumper, and it came off no good. Douglas had a chance to put it back in. She was unsuccessful as well. Here's Clay Center now, down their end of the floor. They get it into the hands of Edwards. She drives baseline, trying to finish with the right hand. She collected a host of Lady Trojans, and somebody's going to get the foul here, sending Lily Edwards to the free throw line to shoot two.
And here's where you know that Edwards is a player, right? She's not just settling for outside shots. She's attacking. She understands if you get the defense on the wrong foot, you're going. She's drive baseline right there. A lot of contact, but she's strong enough to get that shot up and get herself to the free throw line.
First free throw for Edwards is up and good. That gives her 2 points. She's 2 of 3 from the free throw line. The foul for Southeast of Saline went on Taryn Getz, her first, team foul number 1 here in the second quarter. Sutton Douglas has come out. Charlotte Knopf is in. Edwards makes the second free throw. 3 points now for Lily Edwards. Back to an 8-point Southeast of Saline lead. Samuelson has it on the right wing. Her pass tipped. She gets it back, though. Now to Pearson towards the middle of the floor. Pearson will float left with a left-handed dribble. Now to Taryn Getz. Getz takes baseline. She'll pitch it back out to Duran. Extra pass. Pearson, three-pointer. Off the mark, no good. Rebound being swatted around, picked up by the Tigers.
And it looks like that's the offense. If you can hit the outside three, if you can hit that three from the wing with that second pass, you're going to be really successful. If not, Clay Center's going to live and die with that.
Here's Miley McGee with it, right-hand side. She'll throw it into the high post. Now get it back. She wants to drive to the baseline. Checked there by Samuelson. Now off to Edwards. Switch there. Samuelson will come off and take Edwards, and Edwards forced all the way to the baseline, stepped on the line, and turns it over. It's turnover number 5 for Clay Center.
And just a great job from Samuelson on that switch, understanding where Edwards wanted to get. You just saw there was nowhere to go. She just cut off all the real estate. Edwards had nowhere to go other than out of bounds. Just a great team defensive play, but Samuelson, good job jumping that.
Samuelson with the basketball. Heinrich still on the bench. She'll start the offense. Here's Pearson with a quick trigger, top of the key. Why not? She was guarded, but Pearson knocks it down. Her second trifecta of the night.
Yeah, I think sometimes you hear the play call and you're going to go with it. I don't think that was a good shot. I don't think anybody wanted that, but Abbott caught it and in rhythm. She understood what the play call was, buries it.
Here's a three-pointer for Clay Center. It's Miley McGee. It's her second one. And Miley McGee making sure Clay Center sticks around in this game. She has 10.
Yeah, McGee, super impressive so far offensively for Clay Center. She's everything that Southeast does. Miley McGee has an answer back.
21-13. Here's a three-pointer. Samuelson from the right wing. Right now, it's a shooting contest from beyond the arc here at SES. 5 points now for Kaya. 24-13. Edwards being chased by Getz. Taryn has the assignment now. Little pick and roll up top. Ball shot. It's an air ball out of bounds. Southeast will have it.
And I hear Coach Heist immediately saying that ball's got to be tipped, and I agree with him. I mean, either it's a foul or the ball is tipped, but that's Charlotte Knopf doing what Charlotte Knopf does. She's in the right position. There was a screen and roll. There was a switch. All of a sudden, Knopf is there. She understands her role. Very beneficial call for Southeast of Saline. I agree with Coach Heist and his just disagreement with this call right now. It's either a foul or the ball went off Southeast. Nevertheless, it's Trojans basketball.
24-13, 11-point lead for Southeast. Pearson swings it over to Samuelson. Heinrich back in the game. Kaya in a bunch of traffic, and it doesn't matter. Underhand, off the rim, and in. Kaya Samuelson has 7 points here in this quarter alone. Now an unattended Tiger down the floor. Layup missed, no good. Sutton Douglas in there to try to create havoc. She does, and tips the ball out to Abba Pearson. Here comes Southeast of Saline back the other way. Pearson was going to pull up from the top of the key. Now she'll drive right by the defender and score. Abba Pearson set up the defense there, and now she has 8 points. Southeast of Saline is cooking. They're up by 15, and a Clay Center timeout. We'll step away. 2:41 left to go. In the second quarter, Southeast of Saline has exploded to a 15-point lead here on KINA.
Lily Pad Septic, this is Callie. How can I help you flush today?
My toilet sounds like a baby gurgling. Nothing's draining, and it's 5 degrees outside.
Sir, I just had a baby, so I know that sound. But I bet your septic line's frozen. Cole, we got a gurgler.
On it, Callie.
Flush the freakishly fast rock.
I'll be there in a splash. Sir, your pipes are tighter than a diaper ready to explode.
So there's no toddler in my toilet?
Nope, just ice blocking the line. No flow, no go.
Can't I just pour hot water down the toilet?
Only if you want warm sewage. We need to thaw the line and pump your tank. I gotta get back and tell Callie.
Flush! What's the baby's name?
Weston Cole.
At Lily Pad Septic, we guarantee to inspect your septic system within 24 hours.
Or your next pump out is free.
If you need a flush in a rush, call Lily Pad Septic.
LilyPadSeptic.com.
We'll be there in a splash.
I need a kiss.
You're listening to Southeast of Saline basketball on KINA.
Back to action here at Southeast of Saline. Out of the timeout, 6 different Southeast Trojans have scored here in this first half. 28-13. And right now the red light going off for Clay Center as they are in a little bit of the danger zone here. Underneath, Edwards has it. She'll put a forearm into Veda Durfee, go up and score. That time the freshman got caught underneath the basket a little too far, And good physical play there by Lily Edwards. She got the basket and the foul.
Yeah, it looked like Edwards kind of got away with that arm bar. She was putting it into Durfee. Durfee stood her ground. Durfee unfortunate to be called for that foul. But again, that's just Edwards understanding the situation, understanding the game when she hits that free throw. But yeah, it's tough. But Edwards understands how to score from all levels. If she finds a mismatch, she understands that she has it, and she's kind of got herself into the right spot, goes up, and gets the call.
First field goal for Lily Edwards with 2:22 left to go in the second quarter. She did complete the three-point play. Here's Douglas with it, and she throws a pass hot to the other side. And that's an art underneath. We see Southeast do it a lot, and we probably don't appreciate it as much as we should. Whenever you're making that pass along the baseline underneath the basket, that is always a work of art.
Especially coming from that left side. We know Douglas is left-handed, but we've seen several players do it with their left hand, even being right-handed. Not going to make the amphibious ambidextrous joke right now, but they're so good with both hands. If you're watching with a young child right now, teach them how to pass, dribble, shoot, everything with both hands.
Also, that's just the first turnover for Southeast of Saline here in this first half. 28-16. It's a 12-point lead. Edwards going baseline, throws it back into the paint, shot up, no good from Jade Richter, who has come in off the bench. She's a freshman.
Yeah, and Richter's got to hit that. I mean, that's exactly what Clay Center needs. They had 3 Trojans collapse on them. Clay Center, Richter's got to hit that shot if they're going to stay in this basketball game.
Samuelson weaves her way into the keyhole, now plays it right-hand side to Douglas. A lot of reaching going on right now on defense on both sides. Here's Samuelson blowing by a defender. Her shot partially blocked inside by Richter, and it comes back the other way. This Clay Center team has some length visually. When you look at them, they are a tall team. I don't know their heights exactly. They weren't shared. But this is a team that traditionally gives Southeast problems.
Yeah, they're definitely long, but they don't have that solidified post player that we see a lot of teams give Southeast problems with. Well, when I say a lot, not necessarily this year. We've seen Charlotte Knopf do a lot of things defensively that's kind of neutralized that. But yeah, right now, if you're going to have a strong perimeter player, you got to be able to deal with all the perimeter players that Southeast has.
Heinrich collected the double team, throws it back out to Durfee, now to Samuelson, who was knocked off her path. She'll take a dribble to her left, launch the three. That's no good. Heinrich with the rebound. Boy, Southeast can take this down to about 6 seconds left on the game clock. That's the differential between shot and game clock, and that's exactly what Shauna Smith wants to do here. 21 seconds left on the shot clock, 25 seconds left on the game clock. It's about a 6-second gap. Here's Reagan Durant, open from 3. Too strong, no good. Durfee with another offensive rebound. She'll go back at it. That ball nearly down. I thought was going to score. Now a rebounding foul called on Southeast of Saline. I love the way Veda went back up with that shot. Boy, I thought she scored there.
Yeah, 100%. Everything about that play. Obviously, shot clock, there's 6-second difference. You don't need to run it down. You get a shot up. You've been hitting the board so well tonight, so you're just going to go up with it. Durfee does a great job getting that offensive rebound, goes up, ball just trickles out on her rebound, and Douglas is called for a second foul trying to go up and get that.
8 seconds left. Clay Center comes across the timeline. McGee is going to stop with it. Now she plays it to Edwards. Edwards with a ball fake, wants to spin, gets through a double team, layup up and good, and that will end the half. So Lily Edwards held without a field goal until the 2:22 mark of the second quarter. But right now, she's not getting much help at all, except for Miley McGee, who has 10 points here at the break. She is actually Clay Center's leading scorer as we hit the intermission. 28-18 is our score. Southeast of Saline leads it by 10. When we come back, we'll recap the first half scoring for you. We'll also have a visit with Francis Flax. We'll get caught up on Southeast of Saline Trojan basketball. When we come back, it's at halftime. Knopf Auto and Truck Accessories. Halftime report is here. Lady Trojans lead it by 10 on KINA.
Knopf Auto and Truck Accessories. Everything to bling out your ride in one place, including top quality lift kits, wheels and tires, bumpers, Jeep accessories, fender flares, bed covers, bed liners, step bars, even custom painting. Knopf Auto is the and soil dealer and has many synthetics and filters in stock. Visit Knopf Auto on Facebook for specials, great ideas, and let them make your truck stick out in a crowd. Knopf Auto and Truck Accessories, supporting the Southeast of Saline Trojans.
And the second free throw is good. The Trojans have called timeout to make some important decisions.
Hi, fans. It's Flanell Garrettson from Salina Homes. In every game, there are lots of options to make the right play. And in real estate, the plays can be challenging. Whether you're a first-time buyer, upsizing for the family, investing in rentals or commercial property, or selling land, I have the knowledge to help you win your real estate game. It's sure to be a slam dunk when I serve as your realtor. Buy or sell, call 1L.
This is the Trojan Halftime Report. Coming up, a first half recap. Shot at the horn. Stats, interviews, and a look at other area games. Now, let's get back to the gym for Trojan Halftime on KINA.
Good first half so far for Southeast of Saline. They lead Clay Center 28-18. It's a 10-point lead for Southeast of Saline. And we've kind of seen Southeast do it in all kinds of different ways, Tyler. Defensively, they're switching up. They're going zone. They're going man. No matter what kind of defense they're in, there's a lot of attention on Lily Edwards, who hits halftime here with just her and also Miley McGee doing the scoring. Just 2 Tigers so far that have scored for the Clay Center Tigers. This is a high-level basketball game, though. Make no mistake about it. These two teams have combined for 6 turnovers. Clay Center has 5, Southeast with 1 here at the break.
Well, and I think, all you got to do is talk about the defense that's been, on this entire Clay Center team, especially on Lily Edwards. And Lily still has 8. And Southeast, all the attention is on her. Lily can still explode. She can easily score 20 and a half. It's a 10-point lead. Everything seems like it's going well. However, if you take the gas off the pedal at all, and you're not doing things well defensively, you're not staying defensively sound, you're not helping on that screen roll, that high screen roll, they're trying to get Edwards. Either Edwards is going to go or she's going to fall down to the lane. And we've seen the work that she's done has been down low. She's dynamic. She can beat you in many ways. 10-point game. However, things have gone well offensively for Southeast, not well for Clay Center. There's still a lot going on right now.
Your scoring from the first half. Let's look at the scoring brought to you by the Bank of Tesket. Leading scorer for Southeast of Saline, Abba Pearson with 8 points. Remember, the game on Tuesday, Abba scored 8 against Lions. That was a season high for her after missing those first 5 games of the season. Not the first 5, but she missed 5 games in there. So 8 points for Abba Pearson here tonight at halftime. 7 points for Kaya Samuelson, also 5 points for Taryn Getz, 3 points for Reagan Duran, 3 points for Reese Heinrich, and 2 points for Sutton Douglas. For the Clay Center Tigers, just 2 scores. Miley McGee with 10, Lily Edwards with 8. Free throw shooting, Southeast of Saline's only been to the line once. It was Reese Heinrich. She went 1 for 1. Clay Center, 4 of 5 from the charity stripe. Again, turnovers, not a lot of them. 5 for Clay Center. They had 2 in each quarter and just 1 for Southeast of Saline. They didn't make their first turnover until the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 28-8, our halftime score. We'll take a 2-minute timeout when we come back. More halftime comes your way. It's the Knauf Auto and Truck Accessories halftime report here on KINA.
Think about the word precision. Precision is being exact and accurate. Isn't that what you want when it comes to electrical? Precision Electric in Salina brings exact and accurate quality to electrical jobs in central Kansas since 2003. Precision Electric's focus on quality and performance, combined with their experience and dedication, creates a winning set of finished products which saves their customers money. Precision Electrical Contractors is looking for licensed journeyman electricians as well as apprentice electricians. Apply online at pecsalina.com.
Oh no! That's the sound of your company's insurance rates going up. You didn't buy Triple Melt De-Icer from Sage Products, did you? Don't just grab any old ice melt from the store. Get Triple Melt De-Icer from Sage Products. It won't harm your concrete or vegetation. And the best part, Sage delivers for free in Salina. We also supply a wide variety of janitorial and maintenance supplies to keep your business or home looking its best. Give Sage a call at 309-1919 or visit us at sageselects.com. Sage Products, the right call every time.
Whether on the field, court, or in the operating room, experience matters. A coach loves an experienced team just like a patient values an experienced doctor. Salina Ortho has ABOS board-certified physicians with over 40 years of orthopedic service. If you need help staying active or just want to discuss options regarding the newest techniques and services and specialties that Salina Ortho provides, see one of our trusted physicians or visit salinaortho.com. Salina Ortho, your voice, your choice, past, present, and future.
4 walls and a roof can make a house, but a home, that's where life happens. First steps, backyard birthdays, morning coffee, sunsets on the porch. Home isn't something you buy, it's something you feel. And when it's right, you just know. For 22 years, Dan Goebel has helped people in Salina find that feeling. And now, he's here to help you. Your home is out there. Dan Goebel knows the way. Call 785-819-1904 or visit Salina Homes to find your way home.
You're listening to Southeast of Saline Hoops on KINA.
Back here at halftime, brought to you by Knopf Auto and Truck Accessories. A couple of scores to share for you here at halftime. Goddard Eisenhower leading the Salina Central ladies 22-18. And how about this one, Tyler? The Maize South leading Salina South 30-7 at halftime. So Salina South, one of the state-ranked teams in Saline County, they have a really good ladies team this year. Right now, they are struggling against Maize South 30-7 at halftime. Also, another score for you. Sacred Heart trailing Ellsworth at the break 30-21. The Lady Bearcats of Ellsworth leading Sacred Heart by 9. Let's take a look. Coming up next week, it will be a busy week at the Sterling Invitational Tournament. This is action that will be scheduled for Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. And we'll give you the girls' schedule here as we are at halftime of the girls' game. Southeast of Saline comes in. They're the number 1 seed. They will take on Hutchins and Trinity at 7:30 on Tuesday. That will be at Sterling High School. Other first-round games, the 4 seed is Scott City. The 5 seed is Smoky Valley. They will play at 4:30 on Tuesday. At 3 o'clock on Tuesday, it'll be the number 2 seed Hugoton and the number 7 seed Kingman. Then at 6 o'clock on Tuesday, it'll be the 3 seed in Sterling and the 6 seed in the Lions. That is our schedule next week for the Sterling Invitational Tournament. Once again, Southeast of Saline on the girls' side going in as the number 1 seed. We'll have that action for you right here on KINA and also live stream video on SalinaPost.com. All of our games during tournament week next week are presented by Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine. We will also have live stream video of Sacred Heart's competition in the Hillsboro tournament. We talked about that tournament. That is going to be a fun tournament. Very competitive for the Sacred Heart girls and guys down in Hillsboro. 28-18, our score here at the break. We'll take a 1-minute timeout. Be back with third quarter action after this on KINA.
Lily Pad Septic, this is Callie. How can I help you flush today?
My toilet sounds like a baby gurgling. Nothing's draining, and it's 5 degrees outside.
Sir, I just had a baby, so I know that sound. But I bet your septic line's frozen. Cole, we got a gurgler.
On it, Callie.
Flush the freakishly fast frog.
I'll be there in a splash. Sir, your pipes are tighter than a diaper ready to explode.
So there's no toddler in my toilet?
Nope, just ice blocking the line. No flow, no go.
Can't I just pour hot water down the toilet?
Only if you want warm sewage. We need to thaw the line and pump your tank. I gotta get back and tell Callie.
Flush! What's the baby's name?
Weston Cole.
At Lily Pad Septic, we guarantee to inspect your septic system within 24 hours.
Or your next pump out is free.
If you need a flush in a rush, call Lily Pad Septic.
Lily Pad Septic.com.
We'll be there in a splash.
I need a kiss.
This is Trojan Basketball on KINA.
28-18 our score. Southeast of Saline leading by 10. That lead was by as much as 15 at one point. Tyler, your new image audio, keys to success here in the second half. I don't think this one's safe to put away at any time. You and I both know that, but this Clay Center team, very good. They can come back at any moment.
Devin, you got to continue what you did in the first half. Make sure you know where Edwards is. Make somebody else beat you. Right now, Miley McGee's doing a great attempt at that with 10 points in the first half. I mean, she's hit everything. But you got to continue to win the rebound battle, and that's what we've seen Southeast do. They're eliminating second chance opportunities. If you can just go one and make this Clay Center team go one and done, and then give yourself multiple opportunities on the offensive side, you're going to be all right. We've seen so many defenders guard Edwards. We've seen just great team defense. No foul trouble to speak of. Sutton Douglas has 2. Other than that, everybody's pretty clean. That's going to be big just going down the stretch.
Underway, Southeast of Saline will start out with the basketball. Heinrich fires it off to the right-hand side. It's all starters on the floor right now for both squads. Looks like Clay Center's in a trapping half-court zone defense. Reagan Duran in the corner. Tried to play it back out to Heinrich. That's going to be slapped out of bounds right in front of the Southeast bench. And Reagan Duran will come inbound it, and they'll start over.
And we've seen both teams have a lot of their offensive success through transition. So you got to be able to win half-court game as well as you see this extended 1-2-2. Like you said, they're going to trap. They're going to trap if it goes anywhere near the baseline.
Here's Samuelson for 3. Kick out from the inside from Duran. Missed that one, but they get their own rebound. Offensive rebound for Southeast. Now Samuelson had guarded 3. She might have got smacked from behind. Now a rebound taken in by Heinrich. Samuelson will try it again. That one's off the mark. Pearson got smacked across the forehead. She hits the deck. The ball goes out of bounds, and it stays with Southeast of Saline.
Devin, I will say this, and I will stick a pull on it. I do not mind any of those 3 shots. It's new school basketball. If you miss a shot, how you miss it. Kaya Samuelson's a rhythm shooter. She missed all 3 of those. No big deal. I love her taking those shots.
Here's a shot off the backboard, and sometimes things just go your way. And I think the most excited person about that was Reese Heinrich.
Yeah, I think Heinrich is kind of like, oh gosh, she didn't mean to, but she was just so happy to see that go in, especially after, you see a possession where you get some shots up maybe, in a row too quickly, kind of disappointing. But Heinrich, that was a big 3.
Miley McGee puts up a 3. That's no good. Rebound underneath is stuck back in, and the foul called. It's the first basket of the night for Savannah Bloomdahl. She will get a chance at a free throw and make it a 3-point play.
Yeah, so it looked like Douglas right there got called for the foul for what Pearson did to Bloomdahl earlier on in that. It looked like maybe Pearson should have been called for the foul on the rebound opportunity from Bloomdahl. The foul was never called, and then Douglas gets saddled with their 3rd foul. We talked about how there's really nobody in foul trouble other than Douglas. Now Douglas with their 3rd. We've talked about how many things she does that you don't talk about. She's always in good position. Let's see how the Southeast defense and offense works without her. Oh.
There's Reagan Duran kissing it off the window and scoring again.
And Devin, that's what you go back to when you talk about the amount of scores that Southeast has. There's not a lot of average, it's super high numbers, but everybody can score. At one point, you just have to start as a defender, start going out to the wings to make sure the perimeter players are taken care of. Duran just kept going to the bucket. Nobody stopped her. She's so athletic. Good finish from Duran.
Here's an interception. Pearson, she almost got pushed into a travel by Samuelson, who was tracking that basketball. Pearson, though, comes out with it, plays it right-hand side to Heinrich. Reese gets to the baseline, now fires it opposite side. Gets for 3. Gets it to go. Taryn gets her 2nd one of the night. She had 5 points in the first quarter. She has 8 now.
And that's that exact same baseline pass we talked about. They know how to beat this zone. If you're going to hit the 3s, there's nobody else you'd rather take in that wide-open 3 after beating the baseline than Taryn Getz.
Driving all the way to the cup, and a little nickel and dime foul will be called here on Taryn Getz. It'll be her 2nd personal and Southeast of Saline's 2nd team foul here in the 3rd quarter. Biggest lead of the game right now for Southeast of Saline. They lead it by 16, 36-20.
And when we talk about the size and the length of this Clay Center team, and they're obviously coached to do this. Coach Heist does a good job. If you see that you have a one-on-one in transition, you attack. And this Clay Center team has done that. And you've seen most of the fouls that Southeast has picked up have not been because it's been on the perimeter. It's been Clay Center forcing that whistle to be blown and going to the bucket.
To the free throw line, Molly McGee. Her first free throw was up and good. 2nd one off the heel, no good, but it's going to be rebounded down low by Clay Center. Jade Richter has it. She'll swing it around. Boston Craig now back over to Molly McGee. Now to Miley McGee. Now to Edwards. Edwards gets into the paint. Shot up, and it goes in. 3-4 bounces off the rim and ends up falling in. Edwards has a chance here at a 3-point play.
Boy, that's a really tough foul. I didn't see the foul from here. I thought we had a pretty good angle. Loved the play from Edwards. I mean, just her footwork was fantastic there. Draws the contact, gets the foul on Abigail Pearson.
First foul on Pearson. Free throw is up and good. 11 points now for Lily Edwards. 3 team fouls already here for Southeast of Saline in this 3rd quarter. Here's Getz, wants another 3. Off the mark, no good. Bounces to the left, and they're going to have a rebounding foul that will land here either with Pearson or Duran. They're going to say Pearson for second.
And here's where you have to adjust, okay? You just played a whole first half where we didn't see many fouls. Everything was pretty clean. It seems like both teams are playing the exact same way, but we're seeing a lot more whistles. And we see the traveling call right there. Again, pressure from Heinrich forces that travel on Craig. Now you got to adjust. I mean, officials, just like teams, just like players, they adjust at halftime as well. You have to adjust the whistles and the calls. Not everybody's going to be completely consistent the entire game. You've got to make sure you adjust.
Boston Craig called for the turnover that time for Clay Center, their first of the half. 36-24, our score. Southeast of Saline with the lead. They have the basketball back. Down low to Pearson. Pearson was in a triple team. Then 2 of the Tigers left. Pearson turns, tries to score, and she's going to draw the foul. Abba Pearson to the free throw line. Abba, when she initially turned there, saw 3 black jerseys around her. 2 of them, though, left and tried to defend the kick out.
How about just Abba being a veteran, knowing what to do right there? Like, her body movement's right there and just her patience. She didn't go directly up. Just her body movement, keeping a strong pivot foot, made Clay Center, she misses the first free throw, made that defense just rotate all the way around. All of a sudden, she had a one-on-one. Still, she was, in a mismatch. Goes up strong, gets the offensive rebound, and then draws the foul.
Foul on Jade Richter, the freshman off the bench. That's her second. Pearson, 1 of 2 at the line, missing the first, got the second. 9 points now for Abba Pearson. Back to a 13-point lead. Southeast leads it by a baker's dozen. Clay Center in the backcourt. A little soft full-court pressure here, man-to-man style for Southeast of Saline. 5 minutes left to go in the third. Here's a pass attempt, swatted out of bounds by Reese Heinrich. I want to go back to Reese on the three-pointer off the backboard because most players will roll their eyes and be like, oh, whatever. It kind of, 6'7", the whole deal. But Reese was like, she was thrilled. She was just like she won a new car on The Price is Right.
But it adds to that confidence, right? You see the ball go in. It doesn't matter how it goes in. You see that ball go through the rim, you're happy.
Yeah.
Devin, this team defense, listen, I know that we're jaded. We watch Southeast play, obviously, all the time. We don't get to see everybody else play. The way they play defense with their feet and not their hands, they make things so difficult for the team. You don't see bodies. It's their feet. They're making things so difficult for the perimeter players of Clay Center.
They get it into Edwards. Edwards skips through the defense, and a shot is up and good. A little bit of a moving screen there, I thought, to get Edwards free to go down the lane on the right-hand side on that screen on Durant. 37-26. It's an 11-point Southeast lead. These two teams fighting back and forth here through the third quarter. Here's Getz for 3. Why not? Give her the hat trick. Taryn Getz with 3 threes on the night. She has 11.
She's so dangerous. And it's the work she puts in, not at practice. It's elsewhere. Getz is a worker. If you're a follower of us for years, her sister was the exact same way. You just cannot leave her open.
Here's a pass that is swatted and taken away by Taryn Getz. Second turnover for Clay Center. Here comes Getz. Left-hand side to Heinrich. Now back to Taryn Getz. Now back to Pearson. Pearson might have had a small window to get Samuelson the backdoor cut. She did not. Instead, they get it in low to Duran, and she's unable to score. Halfway through the third quarter, 40-26. Clay Center looks like they're tired.
Yeah, they look like they're gassed. And again, that's when you can guard on the perimeter as well. Southeast does. You're gonna make other teams' guards get really tired, and they'll just come at waves.
Boston Craig will launch a 3. That's on the kick out from Edwards. That's no good. Edwards, though, gets the rebound. She'll fire herself from a foot behind the line. Lily Edwards hits the 3. And a timeout called, a 30-second timeout. We'll step aside. 3:27 left to go here in the third. 40-29. Southeast of Saline leads it on KINA.
Are you ready to make a meaningful impact? Join our professional healthcare team at Salina Regional Health Center. We're seeking dedicated individuals who are eager to provide exceptional care to our community. Our growing organization offers competitive pay, comprehensive benefits, and opportunities for growth. We are committed to supporting you in your career. If you're ready to join a team that values compassion, teamwork, and outstanding patient care, apply now at srhc.com or reach out to me, Tess Madro, in Human Resources. Great careers start here. Salina Regional Health Center, we take care of you so you can care for others.
You're listening to Southeast of Saline Hoops on KINA.
3:27 left to go here in the third quarter. A good basketball game here. You might think double-digit lead for Southeast most of the game, that this is a snoozer. It is not. This is a great game on both ends, and Southeast of Saline just keeping Clay Center at arm's length away here, doing a nice job hitting timely shots. They have 3 threes here in this third quarter. Heinrich with it. She starts to the left, now comes back to Samuelson. Quick high post entry, Duran. Now they kick it out, Pearson. Pearson in the double team, in the corner. She'll drive to the block, absorb another double team. 3 Tigers around her. Now to Duran. Reagan gets in traffic, puts a shot up. That's no good, off the front of the rim. 3 minutes left to go in the third.
Yeah, you maybe want to see Duran kick that out, get back in the perimeter, move that zone around a little bit more before you get that shot up.
Quick trigger 3 by Clay Center. Miley McGee came up empty on that. Here's Southeast running back the other way. Pearson with it. Curls around the defender. Can't quite get around Richter there. Now plays it to Samuelson on the right-hand side. Kaya will come all the way out in front of the scorer's table. Now high posted Duran. In the corner, Getz fires another 3. That one trickling off, no good. Samuelson, though, with the weak side rebound. Her and Duran were both there. Now ball slapped into the backcourt by Clay Center, but Heinrich is there to run it down. Still plenty of time, 25 seconds on the shot clock. High post in again to Durant. She'll kick it out. Samuelson will try the three, and she splashes it home. Kaya Samuelson with 10. That's her second long-distance call of the game.
And, Devin, we talked about the success and unsuccess rate. As you see McGee get free on the backside as she hits that layup. Just poor rotation on that press. However, you see these are wide-open threes. I mean, these are uncontested. I'm not going to say I could. I know you could go hit 50% of these. I mean, the defense just isn't rotating around. You're seeing this ball movement just create wide-open opportunities for Southeast.
That basket for Clay Center by Miley McGee was her first points of the third quarter after scoring 10 in the first half. 43-31. Southeast of Saline. Pearson driving into a double team. Not a smart move there, and it's going to be into Clay Center's hands. Nothing but Tigers underneath the basket. Here comes Clay Center now with it. Edwards again inside. Puts it up and in. Boy, she has such a soft touch when she gets into the paint, and a timeout will be called by Southeast of Saline. It is a 30-second timeout. We will step aside. 1:22 left to go. It's a 10-point Southeast lead here on KINA.
Hi, this is Geraldine Diedrich, RN. If you are planning on having surgery, it is an important decision, and finding qualified care for surgical needs is essential. At Salina Surgical Hospital, our board-certified surgeons and specialized team provide professional warmth in an intimate, home-like recovery care area. Talk to your doctor about scheduling your next procedure with us. Your surgical experience is our specialty. Salina Surgical Hospital is partially owned by a group of local, community-involved physicians.
You're listening to Southeast Trojan Hoops on KINA.
82 seconds left to go here on the clock in the third quarter. Devin Haney, Tyler Smith back here at Southeast of Saline. Lady Trojan basketball tonight presented by Precision Electric. 10-point game. Southeast of Saline and Clay Center. Boy, this third quarter has been nothing but exchanging blows, right? It was a 10-point lead for Southeast at halftime, and it has not changed. These two teams giving each other their best shot right now in this third quarter. Heinrich with it. Hand off to Getz. They swing it around. Samuelson with it now in the opposite corner. She tried to get it to Heinrich down low. It's going to be slapped out of bounds by a Tiger. Last touching Clay Center will stay with Southeast of Saline. 17 seconds on the shot clock.
Yeah, I like that look from Samuelson to Heinrich, but what's Heinrich going to do with the ball right there with defenders on her, and you see the Clay Center has a defender there. I like the flashing Heinrich. Anytime you have a Heinrich wide open streaking the basket, the goal, I get it, but think about what the end process is going to be.
Heinrich plays it way up top to Taryn Getz. Getz has it stolen away. Edwards all over that passing lane. Edwards all the way down the floor. Layup good. Lily Edwards has made this a single-digit lead for the first time in quite some time, since way back in the first quarter.
Yeah, definitely the Lily Edwards show right now offensively for Clay Center. And like we said, she is capable of doing it.
Getz trying to answer. She does! Taryn Getz. Almost as if to say, keep shooting those layups. I'll take the threes. Now a near steal by Reagan Duran. Taryn has 3 threes in this quarter alone. She has a new career high in scoring.
Let's talk about that three on the baseline. Yes, fantastic. What she did defensively after that steal, she didn't create contact with Edwards. Edwards, so crafty, so athletic, so physical. She was looking for contact. Don't give her the end-one opportunity. I thought Getz did a great job just peeling off, giving her the layup, coming back, getting yourself 3 on the offensive side.
46-35. That put Southeast of Saline back up by double digits, did Taryn Getz with that 3-point shot. Now Southeast trying to defend their basket here in the closing seconds of the third. They get it to Richter. Richter plays it out, and Clay Center throws up a desperation shot at the buzzer. Looked like nobody from the Tigers wanted the basketball in that situation, and that will be the end of the third quarter. 46-35 our score when we come back. Fourth and final quarter action, Southeast of Saline. Lady Trojan basketball presented by Precision Electric.
Visit Suburban Appliance Center to see the Whirlpool washer with 2 ways to wash. This is the 2-in-1 removable agitator. This Whirlpool washer has flexible capacity. You can take the agitator out for bulky loads or keep it in for items of smaller loads. This opens up space in the wash tub and allows you to wash bulky items like comforters with no problems. Shop at Suburban Appliance Center and get twice the washer you have at home. Suburban Appliance Center. Quality service with every purchase. Located on South 9 next to Genesis Health Clubs.
This is Jeff with Vanderbilt's in Salina. We've added Tacovas to our Western boot lineup. We have some great styles in men's, the Doc, the Dusty, and the Earl. Ladies, we have the Maggie, the Jamie, the Abby, and the Annie. Tacovas, born in Texas, made by hand. There's nothing like pulling on a perfect pair of boots. After all, good times usually follow a good pair of boots.
Work boots and Vanderbilt. You're listening to Southeast of Saline basketball on KINA.
46-35 our scores. We start fourth and final quarter action. Southeast of Saline leads it by 11. Clay Center making a push there. They got it down to 8, which cut Southeast of Saline's early third quarter lead in half. But then Taryn Getz hit a three-pointer, and that's our spot right now, 11-point Southeast lead.
Devin, to be noted, the Southeast offense stayed in that basketball game, but you played defense without Sutton Douglas for a majority of that third quarter after picking up that early third foul. Douglas is back in. We talk about how she kind of is the glue to this defense. We'll see how this defense kind of flows with her back in the basketball game.
Little zone D right now being applied by Southeast of Saline. Here's a steal by Reagan Duran. Third turnover of the half by Clay Center. Reagan's going to peel out and set up some offense here. Pearson has it middle of the floor. Now she fires right to Heinrich. Back up top with Duran. Duran shakes it twice. Now goes back to the left to Samuelson. Kaya in a double team. Back to Douglas. To the rim. She left it strong off the window. No good. A great play there by Southeast of Saline. They just couldn't put the finish on it.
Yeah, nothing wrong with any of that. Love the play. Love the patience from Samuelson. Love the cut from Douglas. Just got to finish that.
7:12 left to go here in this game. The only person really in foul advisory, we'll call it, will be Sutton Douglas. She has 3. Everybody else has 2, 1, or none in this game. 46-35 Southeast. Stepping out of league play to face the 4A Clay Center Tigers tonight. Here's a 3, Boston Craig. Off the window, strong, no good. Sutton Douglas with the rebound for Southeast.
Anytime you get a shot from somebody other than Edwards, that's a win for you Southeast-wise. I mean, you just can't let Edwards get going off again like she did in that third quarter.
Heinrich in the corner. Head and shoulder fake. Tries the baseline. Is forced to go back out. A near steal there by Clay Center, but Sutton Douglas snatched it right back up. Now out to Heinrich. She'll play it through around the horn to Pearson. 7 on the clock. Pearson will fire the 3. Too strong, no good. Shot clock still expiring. Samuelson's going to have to get rid of it, and the shot clock goes off. I'm not sure that's a quick change that Southeast is used to yet, just in the first, few games of having a shot clock here this season. But, man, when that ball doesn't hit the rim, you got to be aware.
Yes, but not horrible, right?
Yep.
Dead ball turnovers much better than live ball turnovers. You didn't see any balls just getting thrown around. You'll take that. With an 11-point lead, you just ran 35 seconds off the clock. Dead ball, you get to set everything up. It's not Clay Center streaking down the other side of the court. 46-35. Southeast remains in a zone defense. 2 minutes have gone by. Each team still looking for their first points of the fourth quarter. Here's a 15-footer put up left elbow. That's no good from Molly McGee. Southeast of Saline has it going the other way. Pearson to the right-hand side. Heinrich in the triple threat survey. She'll swing it around now. Samuelson, a little pick and roll with Douglas. Douglas gets the body check in the paint, and Sutton Douglas will have 2 free throws coming up. Just a great catch from Douglas. After that screen, she just beautiful roll. Puts her body out there. All of a sudden, she's just so strong to the bucket. So much contact. Great job from Douglas. Nice entry pass from Samuelson. Savannah Bloomdahl with the foul. That's her first. Douglas, free throw, sits on the front of the rim, thinks about it, but then falls off. Southeast of Saline, so far in this game, there has not been a lot of free throws. Southeast is 2 of 4. Douglas gets the second free throw to go down, make it 3 of 5. And when we say not a lot of free throws, we're not talking anything negative about the officials. No. We're just saying the offense has been more from the perimeter. Not a lot of attacking from Southeast. They haven't needed to. The zone's just left them wide open for so many outside shots, and they've just hit them tonight. And we're not getting those sloppy fouls in this either. Earlier when I said this is a high-level basketball game, you're not getting those silly reach and right. Sloppy fouls either. Here's a shot put up off the runner by Clay Center. That's no good. The basketball is going to be whistled out of bounds off of Molly McGee, and Southeast of Saline will have it. And that was one of those calls right there. It's either a foul on McGee or basketball goes to Southeast right there. Kept everybody clean, no fouls. It's going to Southeast. Yeah, Clay Center crowd didn't like it, but Coach Heist gave little opposition to that call. Samuelson
Thought about a three. She'll drive, dump it off to Pearson. Pearson inside. Couldn't get it to go. Gets her own rebound somehow. And Abba Pearson falling down. Now in double digits with 11.
Oh, my gosh, Devin. I mean, just the shot goes up. All of a sudden, her left arm's behind her. She just grabs the rebound with one hand, goes right back up with the right. So strong with one hand. Fantastic finish from Pearson.
Well, that's what you get when you've been going weeks with a broken left hand, right? You're used to playing one-handed. Here's a three by Edwards. That's no good. Ball on the deck, being chased, stolen away. Reagan Duran. Clay Center got the rebound, and then Duran stole it away, and then Duran got bumped off her base. Clay Center will tie her up, but the arrow still in the favor of Southeast of Saline.
Yeah, a lot of contact right there, and we discussed this. That's the way this game's been officiated. It's been clean. I didn't see a lot of fouls. Didn't see anything going on right there. Just a good hustle play from Clay Center. Try to rip that ball away. Duran did a good job holding on to it. Give Southeast the ball for alternate possession.
Ball was in play, and then the official whistled in a substitute. It will be Elena Leiby. 49-35. Southeast has it here. And now they're whistling it back again, asking for shot clock reset.
And you talk about implementing the shot clock and doing something new. This is the first time we've had any delay. That was a whole 5-second delay right there that we had to do. This has been good. Brett Bailey down there running it, fantastic job. I hope other schools have somebody that knows the game as well as he does. You don't have these long delays.
49-35. Southeast with it. Samuelson gets into the paint, rises up and scores. Kaya Samuelson has a dozen. She's been sensational tonight. Just kind of that Kaya thing that we're getting used to, where there's not a lot of screaming and shouting. It's just, I'm going to get double digits every night.
Well, and it's been the patience in the second half of this offense. You see a big-time three by Molly McGee. These McGees, so you can make a country song about these two McGee girls. But just the patience at the Southeast offense, you see a turnover right there.
Here's a steal by Clay Center. Edwards spin move, misses the shot. Pearson down low battling for the rebound, and she'll get it. Abba Pearson. 51-38. Pearson will bring it across the timeline.
Just a big girl rebound right there. Gets it, rips it with the left hand with the brace, dribbles it out so she avoids the alternate possession call, gets the basketball in Southeast hands.
Heinrich in the corner. Little head and shoulder fake, drives in, has her shot blocked and taken away. Clay Center has it.
And I see Shauna Smith telling him, she's pointing at her clock. You don't need a shot within 10 seconds of the shot clock. Work some offense. Get those perimeter shots out.
And a traveling violation here against Clay Center. 10th turnover of the night for the Tigers.
And Devin, we're not Himbo, we're not Elias, but someone can crunch the numbers. The offensive output from Lily Edwards when Sutton Douglas is on the court is minimal. And we're talking about a post player from Southeast and a perimeter play from Clay Center. That can either be coincidence or can be what Douglas does down low, just lets everybody else go eat on the perimeter.
Getz has it on the left wing. She'll toss it in the corner to Pearson. Pearson now dancing with the defender. Abba leaves it off for Douglas. Douglas steps through.
No, it's not a travel.
And they're going to say traveling. I don't agree with that either. Sutton left that pivot foot planted. She took a big step forward. Well, they called her for traveling.
It's one of those, it looks awkward, but you're exactly right. You're there, then all of a sudden, when you establish, with a jump stop, you have that extra step. Nevertheless, Clay Center basketball.
Three-pointer left-hand side, put up by Miley McGee. That's no good. Rebound underneath, and the putback attempt, no good from Bloomdahl. And Southeast of Saline has it back. Time for Southeast to start working some clock here with a 13-point lead. 51-38, 2:40 left to go here in this one. And a timeout for Shauna Smith. A 30-second timeout. She wants to talk about it as well. We'll step aside. It's a quick 30 here on KINA.
Are you looking for a local brokerage firm to help you with your Medicare, life insurance, and annuities? L&L Advisors is the #1 local Medicare supplement and insurance specialist. Medicare can be confusing. Let the experts at L&L Advisors help make sense of it. Stop by one of 3 locations in Salina or McPherson and speak to an agent about the needs of your family. L&L Advisors, main office at 717 Roach right off Crawford and in the Central Mall Salina and downtown McPherson. Based on honesty and trust, contact L&L Advisors today.
You're listening to Southeast of Saline Hoops on KINA.
2:38 left to go here in the fourth quarter. Lady Trojan basketball presented by Precision Electric. They lead at 51-38 over the Clay Center Tigers. Devin Haney, Tyler Smith back here and play a good basketball game here. We're getting ready to put the wrap on it. 2:36 left to go. Samuelson with the basketball. She's being chased out to the timeline, looking for help. Now she'll bounce it to Pearson. Heinrich out there near the timeline as well. Pearson Starts going left, now comes back right. 7 seconds on the shot clock. She pulls up in the paint, and that one off the mark, no good. Rebound by Clay Center. Miley McGee has it. Off to the hands of Edwards. Out to Boston Craig for a three. That's up and good. Boston Craig's first points of the night. She has made this now a 10-point game.
Yeah, and if you're Southeast, obviously you don't want to leave a wide-open three on the baseline. However, there are multiple players on Edwards. You'll take shots from anybody else other than Edwards right now.
Getz has it. She'll try a three, try the answer, and of course, Taryn Getz has the answer. 17 points for Taryn Getz.
Devin, that is a horrible shot if it doesn't go in. But if you have the confidence to take that shot in rhythm like Getz did, it's a great shot. That might be the dagger.
A three put up by Miley McGee. Again, no good. Boston Craig has the rebound on the opposite side. She'll skip it over the Southeast of Saline defense. Now back up top into the hands of Lily Edwards. They go in the paint. And now a foul on the floor, which is okay. You and I were talking during break. Southeast has not had a foul call on them to this point on the fourth quarter. They have 4 fouls to give in essence. That's one of them. Clay Center still has to inbound down low. They cannot shoot free throws with the clock stop.
Well, and Devin, give you all the credit for saying this. You can play extremely aggressive defense right now. No easy shots. You see an easy one given right there, just missed, unfortunately, by Savannah Bloomdahl. But you can play super hard and aggressive defense if you're Southeast right now.
Or foul instead of give up a layup.
Yes,
you know, I mean, that's where you're at.
And they didn't either right there. They just left Bloomdahl wide open, and she missed the layup.
Meanwhile, Clay Center, in a gap where they're playing for steals or fouls, they still have to give 4 fouls to put Southeast at the free throw line. And they're running out of time. 1:05 left to go.
And it's also interesting. I mean, this is a team that, lives and dies with their zone defense, and they'll trap. All of a sudden now they got to get into a man-to-man defense. And, again, we talk about the perimeter play from Southeast. They're fine with this. There's plenty of ball handlers out there on the court.
Here's Reagan Duran with it. She had to take that ball out of danger's way. She does so. 1 minute left to go. A 13-point Southeast of Saline lead. Looking to take some of this momentum into next week, where they will play in the Sterling Invitational Tournament. Right now, 2 seconds left on the shot clock. Pearson at the clock. Off the mark, no good. Douglas with the putback. Can't get it to go down. And Samuelson will fish it out. Southeast will run more time.
I think Douglas got that offensive rebound, thought maybe I need to kick this ball out to take more time and not go up strong. She kind of got caught. The brain wasn't working right there. She should have went up strong. Just kind of went up with a lollipop, didn't make it.
Here's a loose ball now, and a foul will be called on Pearson. That ball was loose. Southeast turns it over. Pearson gets the foul, but again, only your second team foul. Now you go play defense. No free throws yet for Clay Center, and Clay Center's out of time. 24 seconds left as Southeast of Salina has a 13-point lead. Edwards up top with it. Big screen. Edwards gets in the paint and scores. 22 points. That's her first basket of the fourth quarter.
Absolute stud. I mean, she can kill you in so many different ways. Devin, one of my problems, and you talk about the timeout, and then I'll tell you my problem.
Go ahead.
One of my problems, I don't understand what the score is because I'm watching the intensity from both teams.
Yeah.
I had no idea there's 24 seconds left. I'm the worst color guy in the absolute world because you watch both teams, you would think it was a 1-point game with 10 seconds to go. Both teams are going at the Southeast defense hasn't stopped. The offense continues to work. Those are signs of 2 great teams. They're coached extremely well. That's why they have success in the postseason. That's why they do the things they do. That makes me a bad color guy, not having a clue this game was in hand for Southeast.
54-43, 7.3 seconds left here. Southeast of Saline has the lead and the basketball. And for Southeast of Saline, remember back when they lost about 2 weeks ago to Sacred Heart on January 6th, they lost that game by 2 points. They're looking now to knock off their 3rd win in a row, and this one against a really good Clay Center team. I know their record says otherwise, 2-6, but we talked in the pregame about the league that they're in and the schedule that they upkeep in Class 4A. This is one of the better teams that Southeast of Saline will see this year, and they've played really well also.
Yeah, and what they'll do, they'll go into the playoffs with kind of they'll get this thing to 500, and they'll go destroy people in the playoffs.
Ball into the backcourt to Abbott Pearson. She doesn't have to do anything with it, and she will not. And Southeast of Saline gets the win. It's a big win for the Lady Trojans here on their home floor. 54-43 our score. Southeast of Saline now goes to 8-3 overall. In league play, they remain at 3-2. Clay Center will drop to 2-7 overall. And both teams now will set their sails for mid-season tournaments coming up next week. When we come back, we'll go over scoring from this game. We will also have a Vernon Jewelers Gym of the Game and talk more about it here in Postgame. Coming up, it's brought to you by Commercial Tire Centers. 54-43 our score. Southeast of Saline wins it by 11 here on KINA.
Winter travel can be treacherous if your tires are worn out. Stay safe with an inspection at Commercial Tire Company. Cold weather also drops the inflation in your tires. Get them checked today to avoid losing grip or damaging your tires. Commercial Tire will help keep you safe. For repairs that aren't tire-related, our automotive and diesel mechanics will fix it right the first time. Commercial Tire Centers, West Crawford and North 9th, Salina.
Commercial Tire Centers, where service is everything.
At Vernon Jewelers, we believe jewelry is more than just an accessory. It's an expression of who you are. It's also a piece of your life that can be passed down through the generations. That's why our expert team is here to listen, understand, and help you find that piece that speaks to your story. We're not just your local jeweler. We're your neighbors, your friends, and your partners in celebrating life's precious moments. Vernon Jewelers in downtown Salina. In our 141st year, we are not old. We're just really good at what we do.
Time now for the Trojan Postgame Show on KINA. Stick around for the game recap, final stats, and reaction from the coach. This is Trojan Basketball on KINA.
Back here on Postgame, it's brought to you by Commercial Tire Centers after a Lady Trojan win, 54-43 over the Clay Center Tigers. Southeast of Saline getting it done tonight, and they do so behind 17 points. That's a new career high for Taryn Getz. I talked about her coming off of tying a career high Tuesday against Lions with 12. She'd scored 12 in 3 different games so far this year. She blows that one away tonight with 17 different points. Tyler, you and I talked about that before the game. Going through stats, you have Heinrich, you have Samuelson, you have Getz, you have Sutton Douglas, you have Reagan Duran, you have Abigail Pearson, all averaging between 8 and 10 points a game throughout the season. But you made the comment, and any one of them can go for 20 on any given night. Tonight it was Taryn Getz.
Yeah, it was Getz. And the funny thing is, defensively, I think Getz was better tonight than we've seen her all season. And, that could obviously be a reflection of the confidence you're getting from the offensive side to the defensive side, or vice versa. It just makes you play, with that little extra, giddy up in your step. But Getz can always go up. Any one of these, any one of those 6'7" girls, 6'7" did it for all the kids listening at home. But any one of them can go off. We've seen them. They're all capable scorers. However, if they don't, they're all going to give you, around 10 to 12 points a game. And then all of a sudden somebody gets free. Like, who do you defend? We've seen Douglas beat you from down low. We've seen Pearson beat you from multiple levels. We've seen Heinrich. We've seen Samuelson. We've seen, we've seen Duran. Duran's gone off again. We saw her against Sacred Heart. Like, there's just so many different people you have to account for tonight. It was Getz. It was a shot that Getz made in the fourth quarter. You're kind of in that weird zone. Do you run clock? Do you get a shot up? What do you do? All of a sudden, she found herself wide open, didn't think twice, buries the 3 for her 17th point, and that was the absolute dagger that just buried Clay Center tonight.
I will also go with, it's not the amount of points, it was the timeliness of the shot. It seemed like every time Clay Center got to that 9, 10, 11 point where they were coming back into that, Taryn Getz would shoot a 3 and put him right back out there in the water.
Yeah, I mean, we alluded to it during the game. Anytime you saw Edwards come in and slice and dice this defense that she's capable of doing, and she would make a big bucket, she might get a foul, Getz just answered on the other side of the 3. Just kind of negated everything they were doing. All the hard work that they were having to do, Getz would just negate it. And then you just saw that the offense was flowing. You didn't see a lot of forced shots. I think it was the maturity. It was the maturity from Douglas and Pearson. There were a couple times offensively that got the ball. This trapping defense was good. But you didn't see any panic from your seniors, from your veterans. And that just bleeds down. You didn't see any panic from anybody tonight offensively, and that's huge against a Clay Center team.
Let's go over final scoring for you, brought to you by the Bank of Tesket. Taryn Getz again, leading Southeast of Saline, 17 points for her. It's a new career high. Abigail Pearson, a new season high with 11 points. Kaya Samuelson scores 12 tonight very quietly, 6 points out of Reese Heinrich. She had a conventional basket plus a free throw, but she also hit a 3 in the third quarter. 5 points for Reagan Duran and 3 points for Sutton Douglas on a quiet night. I think that's one of the bigger things about this performance. You mentioned it a long time in the second quarter, and then just without the scoring of Sutton Douglas tonight. You're used to her getting 8 to 10 points a game over the last half a dozen games. She only has 3 tonight, and you still come away with a double-digit victory.
Yeah, and it's just what she does defensively, just keeps everything together. And like you said, she was gone for a large portion of that third quarter, in a little bit of foul trouble. But how about that confidence that you can sit Sutton and have her, basically you don't worry about it. If you have 3 fouls entering the fourth quarter, you're going to be fine. So Coach Shauna Smith was able just to sit Douglas the entire third quarter after picking up an early foul when the second half started. But you relied. There's trust. There's team defense going on. Yes, Edwards is going to go off, but you built up a lead. You had Getz answering every blow. It was a good team win. You saw team defense. The offense flowed because the ball movement was everywhere. And then when Douglas came in the fourth quarter, again, Edwards only ends up with 2 points in the fourth quarter. It's just coincidence potentially, but I think maybe Douglas does something down there that allows the others to go out and do their work.
And really, it was the start and the finish for the Southeast defense, right? You allow just 1 point from Edwards in the first quarter, only 2 points in the second quarter. You get yourself off to a good start. You're able to finish strong. Really, what she did in the middle doesn't really matter at this point. 22 points, though, for Lily Edwards tonight, 12 points for Miley McGee, 4 points for Molly McGee, 3 points for Boston Craig, and 2 points for Savannah Bloomdahl. Southeast of Saline, 3 out of 5 from the free throw line, while Clay Center went 6 out of 9. A lack of turnovers tonight as well. Clay Center had 5 turnovers in each half. They end up with 10. Southeast of Saline tonight with 6 turnovers in this game. And that's big for them because that's less than half of their average. They came into tonight averaging 13 turnovers a game, almost 14. Tonight they only commit 6, 1 of them in the first half. 4 of those 6 turnovers were in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, and anytime you have the basketball, we're going to be, Captain Obvious here, but anytime you have the basketball, you can score more. You're not given, we talk about those turnovers, live ball, dead ball, they're huge. Anytime you secure the basketball, better things are going to happen for you.
54-43, our final score. Our Vernon Jewelers gem of the game tonight. It's Taryn Getz, a new career high for her. And as we said, it wasn't just the mass of the points. It was the time when they came in this game. Just seemed like she was the backbreaker tonight for the Clay Center Tigers. 17 points. Taryn Getz, a new career high. The Vernon Jewelers gem of the game in a 54-43 victory for the Southeast of Saline Lady Trojans, who now go into Sterling 8-3 on the season. I'm a big believer in momentum. I'm a big believer that you go into a tournament as a number 1 seed, you should have a nice, shiny record like 8-3. 8-3 looks a lot better than 7-4. And now you're going in, and you can kind of puff that chest out a little bit and wear that Southeast up proudly, saying we're the number 1 seed and we're here to win this tournament.
100%. And the way that you've won the last couple of games, obviously the Sacred Heart loss was tough. I mean, against a rival, Sacred Heart came out and just outplayed Southeast that night. We talked about that night. If that game is another minute longer, the result might be different, but it wasn't. Sacred Heart did a great job. But yes, now you're on a little bit of a roll. And again, we talk about this Sterling Invitational Tournament that's just eluded the Southeast Saline Trojans. We talk about the great teams, Wayne Sager, Shauna Smith. I mean, there's been teams that have just done magical things in the postseason. They've gone on. Nobody's ever won this tournament. The girls' team has never won this basketball tournament. It's always something that Shauna Smith strives for. And regardless of the records you see of these teams, we'll talk way more in depth about this as we get there. You're going to see some teams that have to play against much, much tougher competition. A Hugens team will have played many 6A and 5A schools just because there's nobody in their area. They're going to come in. Last I saw, they were 4-4. They're the best 4-4 team in the state. I'll guarantee you that right now. They're always super talented, extremely well coached. It's always a fun tournament to be around.
Lady Trojans win it 54-43. We'll turn the corner now. We did not get a chance to talk with Frances Flax earlier tonight, so we will take a big break here. We'll get ready for Trojan basketball. The guys are up next, and it's about 7 minutes away from starters and the tip right here on KINA.
APAC Kansas Incorporated has been building the Heartland from the ground up for over a century. From the supply of aggregate materials, hot mix asphalt, and concrete to the construction of roads and bridges, we do it all. You've seen our trucks, and now we want to hire you. APAC in Salina is growing, and we are hiring for all positions. From truck drivers to mechanics, general laborers, and construction, APAC has your next career. For more details, visit the job links page at salinapost.com. Great pay and benefits, APAC is an equal opportunity employer.
Frisbee Construction is a service organization for the commercial grain industry dedicated to giving you the best in planning, the best in quality, and the best of workmanship, and overall the best value for your dollar since 1949. Frisbee Construction specializes in new construction as well as remodel and repair of grain handling facilities throughout the Midwest. Frisbee Construction Company in Gypsum has emergency crews available as needed. For more information, go to frisbeeinc.com.
This is Jeff with Vanderbilt's in Salina. We've added Tacovas to our Western boot lineup. We have some great styles in men's, the Doc, the Dusty, and the Earl. Ladies, we have the Maggie, the Jamie, the Abby, and the Annie. Tacovas, born in Texas, made by hand. There's nothing like pulling on a perfect pair of boots. After all, good times usually follow a good pair of boots.
What boots and a Vanderbilt?
Lily Pad Septic, this is Callie. How can I help you flush today?
My toilet sounds like a baby gurgling. Nothing's draining, and it's 5 degrees outside.
Sir, I just had a baby, so I know that sound. But I bet your septic line's frozen. Cole, we got a gurgler.
On it, Callie.
Flush the freakishly fast rock.
I'll be there in a splash. Sir, your pipes are tighter than a diaper ready to explode.
So there's no toddler in my toilet?
Nope, just ice blocking the line. No flow, no go.
Can I just pour hot water down the toilet?
Only if you want warm sewage. We need to thaw the line and pump your tank. I gotta get back and tell Callie.
Flush! What's the baby's name?
Weston Cole.
At Lily Pad Septic, we guarantee to inspect your septic system within 24 hours.
Or your next pump out is free.
If you need a flush in a rush, call Lily Pad Septic.
Lily Pad Septic.com.
We'll be there in a splash.
I need a kiss.
Salina Surgical Hospital is a high-quality surgical facility with a comfortable and home-like atmosphere. Together with our community's greatest doctors, we are committed to a patient care model where exceptional satisfaction is the norm and every patient feels like they are treated with respect, dignity, and compassion. Salina Surgical Hospital is partially owned by a group of local community-involved physicians. Talk to your doctor about scheduling your next procedure with us. Salina Surgical Hospital. Your voice, your choice.
We are KINA 910 AM, 107.5 FM, and all day at 910KINA.com.
An Eagle Communications station.
Oh no! That's the sound of your company's insurance rates going up. You didn't buy triple melt de-icer from Sage Products, did you? Don't just grab any old ice melt from the store. Get triple melt de-icer from Sage Products. It won't harm your concrete or vegetation. And the best part, Sage delivers for free in Salina. We also supply a wide variety of janitorial and maintenance supplies to keep your business or home looking its best. Give Sage a call at 309-1919 or visit us at sageselects.com. Sage Products, the right call every time.
At AJ Honey Farms, the honey is just the beginning. From raw honey and wax melts to happy bee balm and beekeeping gear, they've got everything buzzing with local flavor. Whether you're soothing a sore throat, starting your own hive, or gifting something sweet to a loved one, AJ Honey Farms brings the bees and the kind of sweetness only they can bottle.
This is Alan from AJ Honey Farms right here at 901 North 9th Street in Salina, Kansas. We truly appreciate your continued support and thank you for choosing local.
Are you looking for a local brokerage firm to help you with your Medicare, life insurance, and annuities? L&L Advisors is the #1 local Medicare supplement and insurance specialist. Medicare can be confusing. Let the experts at L&L Advisors help make sense of it. Stop by one of 3 locations in Salina or McPherson and speak to an agent about the needs of your family. L&L Advisors, main office at 717 Roach right off Crawford and in the Central Mall Salina and downtown McPherson. Based on honesty and trust, contact L&L Advisors today.
4 walls and a roof can make a house, but a home, that's where life happens. First steps, backyard birthdays, morning coffee, sunsets on the porch. Home isn't something you buy, it's something you feel. And when it's right, you just know. For 22 years, Dan Goebel has helped people in Salina find that feeling. And now he's here to help you. Your home is out there. Dan Goebel knows the way. Call 785-819-1904 or visit Salina Homes to find your way home.
At Maury Clinic Sports Medicine, we are available when you need us most. I'm Dr. Andrew Westbrook, and I am the sports medicine physician at Maury Clinic. I see patients of all ages and help them come back stronger than ever. From broken bones to joint pain, my team and I are committed to help you do more. For those with sports injuries, come see us at our sports medicine walk-in clinic Monday and Thursday mornings from 8 to 9 a.m. Prevent, recover, and strengthen so you can perform your best. Maury Clinic Sports Medicine. Make your move with confidence.
The Southeast of Saline School District has a long-standing reputation for excellence. This excellence in public education has been a source of great pride and one of the factors contributing to the quality of life in our community. The Southeast of Saline Education Foundation works in partnership with the USD 306 School District and the community that it serves to maximize student potential, thereby creating a lasting legacy, not only for our children, but for our community. The Southeast of Saline Education Foundation salutes the Trojan Sports Program.
You're listening to Southeast of Saline Basketball on KINA.
Welcome back into Southeast of Saline High School. Devin Haney along with Kevin Lilly here in the broadcast booth as we get ready for game number 2 of our doubleheader. Southeast of Saline going for the sweep against the Clay Center Tigers. And they have their work cut out for them against this Clay Center team that comes in. They are 5-3 out of the NCKL. Clay Center led by Travis Smith, the head coach. And this is a Clay Center team that a couple of common opponents with Southeast of Saline. Of course, Southeast of Saline lost to Beloit. Clay Center also lost to Beloit back in the first week of the season by 7. But really the eyebrow raiser, we'll talk more about this as we go through here in this game. Clay Center had a night where they beat Abilene by 21 points. They're coming off of a tough loss on Tuesday against a very, very good Rock Creek squad. Let's go over starters for you for those Tigers and head coach Travis Smith. Grady Theuer, a junior, averages 11.1 points a game. He is their leading scorer by a narrow margin. He also gets a rebound and a half and an assist and a half. The second leading scorer, Rylan Gurney, a sophomore, 10.9 points a game, 4 rebounds and 2 assists. The leading scorer is Abram Stratton, 15.5 points a game, also 4 rebounds and 3 assists for the junior. Will Cranmer, 3.5 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists per game. And Christian Qualls, 5.5 points, 4.5 rebounds, 2 assists per contest for the lone senior in the starting lineup for the Clay Center Tigers. For Southeast of Saline, they will start Kane Sawyer, 6'2" sophomore, 4 rebounds, 4 points a game. Also, they will start Hendricks Lund, coming off one of his best games of the season. Hendricks averaging 7 points a game and also 2 rebounds. Isaiah Kerr, a senior, 6 foot tall, 5 rebounds, 5 points a game. He also leads the team in steals. Tiernan Potachik's the leading scorer at 13 points a game. He's coming off a 27-point performance against Lions on Tuesday. Tiernan, not only the leading scorer, but also leads the team in assists. And Adam Teal leads the team in rebounding and blocks. The 6'5" senior also gets 12.5 points a game. Kevin Lilly, our New Image Audio keys to success tonight for Southeast of Saline. It's the first time we've talked about a winning streak for Southeast of Saline this season. They have won their last 2 games now on their way to a 3-7 record. What do you think tonight for the Trojans here on deck?
I think there's actually a couple things tonight. One is the success too much for us? We haven't had very much of it this year, but we are kind of getting some things figured out. We've won 2 in a row. The other thing is defensively with Clay Center, the way they like to shoot threes, our closeout defense is going to have to be just on point tonight. If we allow this team to sit behind the three-point line and shoot wide open threes, they're going to knock it down and they're going to run us out of our own gym pretty quick.
Tiger team comes out dressed in black jerseys, trimmed in orange and white letters, white numerals, Southeast of Saline for the second time this week, and their home whites trimmed in purple and black. Should be a good one. The Southeast girls, in case you missed it, they got the victory early on tonight. They led the whole way, wire to wire, against Clay Center, getting the victory by double digits. Clay Center wins the tip. They will start out with the basketball. Southeast of Saline in a man-to-man defense. Clay Center starts out going from left to right as we view it, as you view it, though, on live stream video. On SalinaPost.com, it is flipped as Brian did it, providing that live stream video on the opposite side of the floor. It's presented by Precision Electric. Clay Center taking their time on the opening possession. Qualls was open from the top of the key, but he passes it up. Now back over to the left. Here's a three-pointer put up in the corner. It's up and good. Grady Theuer with a three-pointer from the corner gets the scoring started.
And right there was one of my keys to the game, Devin, right? Our closeout was so late getting there. He's sitting there wide open. We've got to clean that up.
When we saw the patience of Clay Center on that possession, getting the good shot, the shot that they wanted. Here's Sawyers with a short corner jumper, overshoots everything. Rebound landed in the lap of a Tiger. It's Rylan Gurney with the rebound. Here come the Tigers up the floor. Abram Stratton with it. He works his way to the left elbow, pitches it out to Cranmer. Cranmer now in the paint. They'll play it out once again to Gurney. Gurney into the lane on the right-hand side, rises up and finishes with the left. Rylan Gurney with 2. Clay Center up to a quick 5-0 start.
And right there defensively, we can't go reach there. We've got to step in and take that driving lane completely away. Either take a charge or make him, back out and start over.
Here's Potacek driving, shooting, and he's going to be called with a player control charging foul. Tiernan Potacek, his first foul. It's the first foul of the game, and the turnover goes against Southeast of Saline.
And right there, Tiernan did a lot of that against Lions where he was able to get in, so they've seen the scouting reports, and they're just going to beat him to the spot.
Minute and a half in, Clay Center leading 5-0. Tiernan gambling for the steal, comes up empty. Now a step back 3 by the Tigers, no good. Kane Sawyers cleans up the rebound for Southeast. Into the hands of Isaiah Kerr. Kerr now to Hendricks Lund. Out to Teal. Teal stepping out in three-point land. Now down low to Sawyers. Power dribble off the window and good. I would love to see more of that from Kane Sawyers.
I mean, we have talked about it and talked about that, and that's exactly what my point was going to be, is I want to see more of that.
Here's a elbow jumper by Abram Stratton. That is up and good. 7-2 our score.
Because, the thing is, offensively, we can throw it down there to him and we can go get a bucket. I mean, that's just going to open everybody up that much more because, we can do it, with a couple of our bigs down there. If he can add that element, man, this team is a totally different team.
There's a foul on Abram Stratton trying to defend Adam Teal. First foul on the Tigers. It'll send Teal to the free throw line to shoot 2. First free throw rattles home. Second free throw also bouncing around but falling in. Couple of score updates for you in girls play. Rock Creek beat Chapman tonight 60-41 as Clay Center hits another 3. This is Will Cranmer, and 4 of the 5 starters for the Tigers have scored.
And hopefully I don't have to continue to keep saying it, but we've got to get back on defense and we've got to pick up their shooters.
Adam Teal for 3. Off the mark, no good. Nothing but Clay Center Tigers in position down low to grab the rebound. 10-4 our score. Clay Center leading by 2 possessions here early on. Tigers have it on the right wing. Out top now. They put it in the hands of Stratton. Stratton sizing up Kerr. He'll float to the right. Now picks up the basketball. They'll pitch it out to the far side. 3-pointer on the way from the deep corner pocket. That is no good. Kerr gets the rebound for Southeast.
And we did get lucky there. We over-rotated and left another one of their shooters open. We're able to grab the rebound and come down to this end, though.
Here's Potacek for 3. That one's good. Tiernan Potacek gets his first basket of the night and makes this a 3-point game, cutting the Clay Center lead in half.
And what was so impressive against Lions with Tiernan is that none of his points were threes.
Yeah.
They were all from the free throw line and in.
Absolutely. What a night. 27 points on Tuesday in that overtime victory against Lions. Here's a ball that's poked and taken away. Clay Center with their first turnover. Potacek with a pitch up ahead to Hendricks Lund, a runner, and he is fouled. Free throws coming up for Hendricks Lund. That was a beautiful break by Southeast. They didn't waste a lot of time with a lot of unnecessary movement. Potacek got it up the floor to Lund, and Lund went right to the rack with it.
Yeah. And even there, you'd almost like to see Lund go just about a couple more dribbles and go a little bit stronger.
Rylan Gurney guilty of the foul for Clay Center, his first. Lund makes the first free throw. Rock Creek girls beat Chapman 60-41. Also, Concordia's girls beat Abilene 64-28. Here's the miss on the second free throw, but there to put it back in, Adam Teal. And we are tied at 10.
And that's just, falling asleep and Teal being very, very aggressive off the block.
6-0 run by Southeast of Saline. Now they smother a Tiger down low. We continue with girls finals. Goddard Eisenhower beats Salina Central 44-37. Also, May South tonight smothering Salina South 47-20.
Ooh.
Off night for the Lady Cougars. Here it is 10-10 halfway through the first quarter. Clay Center and Southeast of Saline on the boys' side. 3:54 left to go here in this opening period of play. Southeast playing man-to-man defense. There's a runner and a foul up high on Isaiah Kerr. That will send the Tigers' Abram Stratton to the free throw line.
Clay Center does a real good job of running that shot clock down, but sometimes you see teams that kind of just struggle to get any offense. Everything's fluent though when they run that shot clock down. The ball's not getting stalled, and they're not getting hung up. They're just running their offense that good.
Ball comes off, no good. Up for Stratton's free throw. It's the first free throw attempts of the night for Clay Center. Second one is in. That breaks our 10-10 tie. 3:44 left to go here in the opening quarter. Potacik with it in the corner. Teal for three. Off the front lip, no good. Kerr gets the rebound, keeps it alive for Southeast. Now to Lund for three. He cans it. Hendricks Lund. Hendricks was playing safety on that play, the first one back, and then he stepped back into action once Kerr got the rebound, and Isaiah was able to find him in stride.
And it just was a rhythm shot, and that's what Hendricks is. He likes everything in rhythm.
13-11, it's the first lead for Southeast here in this game. Clay Center might have got away with a travel there, and they end up scoring anyway. Abram Stratton with his second field goal of the night. Those two with a free throw give him 5. Two teams with 13 points apiece. Potacik with it, spin move, gets in the paint, leans in, and he scores and draws the foul. 3-point play opportunity coming up for Tiernan Potacik. He already has one from behind the 3-point line. Now he'll try to get a 3-point play from inside the arc.
And early on, we're about 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. I'm kind of impressed with Southeast right now, right? We were kind of doing not some very good things, and Clay Center was taking advantage of it, but we've been able to clean that up and run some efficient offense.
Potacik got the free throw line, left-handed free throw, splashes home. That is good. 6 points now for Tiernan. Lyric Lilly and Tristan Swank have checked into the game. Also into the game for Clay Center. Off the bench comes senior Corbin Davies. He averages 4 points a night. 16-13. It's a 3-point SES lead, thanks to Tiernan Potacik. Neither one of these teams very deep. That seems to be the weakness of both of them. Of course, we know Southeast of Saline's story. Playing right now without Gannon Jacobson. They will go 7 deep on the bench, using 2 players. Clay Center will use 2, maybe 3 on any given night. There's a step through for the Tigers. A shot up, that's no good. Lilly with the rebound for Southeast. Southeast now spreading out, running the floor. Larry comes back to the middle. Potacik for a long 3. Off the front of the rim, no good. A couple of Southeast players go crashing in with Teal and Swank, and they can't come up with the rebound. 16-13 SES. 2 minutes left to go here in the first quarter. Here's an empty guy down low. Nobody picked him up, but Swank gets there in time. Actually, it's Lilly, closing in and taking it away. Southeast has it back. Lyric Lilly down low. Underneath the Teal, now to Potacik. Tiernan's going to collapse that defense, step through, got to the rim, a little too soft, but he taps his own rebound out. Teal for 3, and he got it to go. Adam Teal on a second effort by Tiernan Potacik. Tiernan knew he left that a little short, and he tapped it out to a wide-open Adam Teal for the 3-pointer. It's a 30-second timeout. We'll step away. Our first break comes with 1:38 left to go in the first quarter. Southeast leads it by 6 here on KINA.
APAC Kansas Incorporated has been building the Heartland from the ground up for over a century. From the supply of aggregate materials, hot mix asphalt, and concrete to the construction of roads and bridges, we do it all. You've seen our trucks, and now we want to hire you. APAC in Salina is growing, and we are hiring for all positions. From truck drivers to mechanics, general laborers, and construction, APAC has your next career. For more details, visit the job links page at salinapost.com. Great pay and benefits. APAC is an equal opportunity employer.
This is Trojan Basketball on KINA.
Devin Haney, Kevin Lilly back here at Southeast of Saline. We've seen the Trojans score 19 first quarter points. They lead it by 6 over the Clay Center Tigers from the NCKL. Trapping defense out of the timeout. Clay Center will shoot the open 3, and a wide open 3 that goes in. Grady Theuer with his second 3 of the first quarter.
And right there, just defensively, we over-rotated and then didn't talk.
Potacik, spin move off the window. Can't get it to go, but Swank closes in and puts it back in. Tristan Swank with 2.
Man, he reminds me of the fridge. You know what I mean? He really does. It's like he will make the path.
21-16. It's that big athletic body, and it's just learning how to use it on the basketball floor, right?
Yep.
There's an open 3 again for Clay Center. That's no good. It lands on the right shoulder of Adam Teal. Now Southeast coming back the other way. Ball in the hands of Potacik in front of the Tiger bench. He'll one-hand it over to the opposite side of the floor with Lyric Lilly. 40 seconds left to play here in the opening quarter. Spin move. Potacik may have been a foul there, possibly a clean block. And here comes Clay Center back the other way.
And the problem there is the spin move and all that's fine, but the way he's got to see that collapse and then kick it out.
Less than a second separates the game and shot clock. Clay Center has it. There's a drive and a floater put up. That's no good. Swank with the rebound. Shot clock is off. Southeast of Saline has the last possession.
And I'm surprised that Clay Center didn't try to go for the last shot there.
Potacik with it in the corner. Now he's going to drive all the way around, puts a shot up. He's knocked to the ground again. The ball goes out of bounds as the buzzer is sounding to signify the end of the first period. Francis Flax wants an explanation on that play, why there is no whistle. Now the refs will confer, and I think we're just going to go on to the second. 21-16, our score. Southeast of Saline leads it by 5 at the end of 1. Trojan basketball here on KINA and also live stream video on SalinaPost.com. Presented tonight by Precision Electric.
Lily Pad Septic, this is Callie. How can I help you flush today?
My toilet sounds like a baby gurgling. Nothing's draining, and it's 5 degrees outside.
Sir, I just had a baby, so I know that sound. But I bet your septic line's frozen. Cole, we got a gurgler.
On it, Callie.
Flush the freakishly fast rock.
I'll be there in a splash. Sir, your pipes are tighter than a diaper ready to explode.
So there's no toddler in my toilet?
Nope, just ice blocking the line. No flow, no go.
Can I just pour hot water down the toilet?
Only if you want warm sewage. We need to thaw the line and pump your tank. I gotta get back and tell Callie.
Flush! What's the baby's name?
Weston Cole.
At Lily Pad Septic, we guarantee to inspect your septic system within 24 hours.
Or your next pump out is free.
If you need a flush in a rush, call Lily Pad Septic.
LilyPadSeptic.com.
We'll be there in a splash.
I need a kiss.
You're listening to Southeast of Saline Hoops on KINA.
Start of second quarter, Southeast of Saline with the basketball, leading by 5, 21-16. Potacik with it on the left. Tiernan took 2 good drives to the basket there at the end of the first quarter, got knocked down on both of them. No basket, no foul. Now a steal. Taking it away that time for the Tigers. Got his hand in the passing lane. Christian Qualls has it. Just the second turnover of the game for Southeast. Now a three-pointer. Up and good. Rylan Gurney. His first 3 of the night. He has 5.
Yeah, and the ball gets rotated there, and we're just watching him, and then all of a sudden he catches it. Now we want to react. We've got to get out there and take that away.
Here's a near steal by Clay Center again. Swank has it, fighting off a Tiger. Now Potacik has it. He's trapped in front of the Clay Center bench. Now calls a timeout. Potacik was in an area that time. He was looking right down the sideline at Coach Flax and was able to verify that's what they wanted to do there. And Francis Flax will call a 30-second timeout. If you missed it earlier tonight, Southeast of Saline's ladies got their 8th victory of the season as they were able to move that record to 8-3. They defeated Clay Center as they were able to get 17 points out of Taryn Getz. 54-43 the final score. 17 points for Taryn is a new career high. Abbott Pearson had a new season high with 11. Also, Rakaya Samuelson with 12. Once again, 54-43. Southeast of Saline's ladies now 8-3 on the season.
And I'll tell you this, watching the game just in the stands, a lot of those shots that Getz made tonight really stopped a run that Clay Center had, and they were daggers.
Yep, they were not only quantity but time.
Yeah,
it seemed like every time Clay Center started to push back, it was like, nope, here's 3 more.
Yep.
21-19 our score here. Southeast leading by 2. Lilly for 3 from the corner. That's no good. Swank with the rebound. Went right back up with it, but left it just a little short. And now a rebounding foul will be called on Kane Sawyers. For Kane, it's his first foul of the night.
And right there for Tristan, right, he's just got to slow down. He's got to understand his body like we talked about. If he understands his body, listen, he can get that. He doesn't have to rush it. He can go get that.
2-point lead still for Southeast of Saline. Still looking for the first points of the second quarter. We're about 1:15 into the second quarter. Clay Center has a 3 to their credit. They're going to try to get another one here. Off the mark, no good. Rebound Sawyers down low. He'll play it on the quick outlet to Potacik. Cross court now, Lyric Lilly. Now back out through the hands of Sawyers. Into the lap of Potacik. Pass that's whipped down low. Went off the right hand of Sawyers out of bounds. Back-to-back turnovers now for Southeast of Saline.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure the Lyric's got to throw it that hard. He was getting it there in a hurry, though.
That was one of those, what'd you have for lunch?
Yeah.
Don't eat it again. 21-19. 2-point game still here. A turnaround by Clay Centers. Up and good. That was a beautiful shot by Abram Stratton. He has 7 points, so we're tied at 21.
Yeah, and sometimes, good offense just beats good defense because we were in really good position there. And, I mean, he kind of fades around and then fades back and makes a jumper.
All tied up at 21, 5:58 left to go here, second quarter. Southeast in a scoring drought here. They've seen their 6-point lead go away. Clay Center on that 6-0 run, tying it back up. Millie has it now. His pass deflected on the floor now. Two players going after it. A Southeast and a Clay Center player both went after it. It was Teal along with a Tiger. And they're going to say it went out of bounds off of Adam Teal. And Francis Flax having a long conversation about that as he walks down the sideline with the official.
That's one of those calls you kind of hope you get at home. It's those 50-50 calls that really could go either way. But
down low, shot put up. That's no good. Bothered and blocked by Kane Sawyers. Hendricks Lund has the ball. He'll come across the timeline. Now fire it right-hand side to Kerr. Kerr now to Teal. Now Sawyers up top of the circle. Southeast working through a swarming defense here by Clay Center. There's Teal. Now he kicks it out. Hendricks Lund for three. That's his second one of the night. Hendricks Lund might be heating up for one of those games. He has 7. Trojans back up by 3.
And there again, it's just, he gets it. He knows what he wants to do with it. I think that's when he's at his best. When he has to kind of think out on the court, he kind of gets himself into trouble. But, man, when he can catch it and he's got his feet set, he's money.
Clay Center, though, right back at him with another 3. Abram Stratton gets his first 3 of the night. 4 of the 5 Clay Center starters have hit a three-pointer in this first half.
And that's what we talked in the pregame. Like, this team likes to shoot a lot of threes, and they're going to shoot it in quantities.
There's a gamble for a steal. Clay Center doesn't get it. Lilly spins him off. Down the corner to Sawyers. Out to Kerr. His top of the key 3. Buried it. Isaiah Kerr, his first basket of the night. 27-24 as we approach the halfway mark of the second quarter. Clay Center trailing with the basketball. Student body getting into it here on Clay Center's offensive end for the first half. They're going to kick it out again. Extra pass. Corner 3 on the way. Got that one to go. Will Cranmer, his second three-pointer of the night. Back tied at 27. Boy, they just make that. They're so patient. They make that extra pass seemingly every time.
Yeah, but it's because we're getting mixed up defensively, right? We're not talking, we're not communicating, and we're just getting mixed up, and we're leaving open shooters.
Sawyers with a left side shot near the baseline. That won't go down. Tigers with the rebound. Comes Clay Center with it. They'll kick it out to the right wing. And now a traveling violation there. No, they're going to call a foul. Wow. Okay. Foul on Kane Sawyers. That's his second. So Kane is the first player in this game to pick up 2 fouls. Tiernan Potacek will check back into the game. Lyric Lilly will check out, get a break here. 3:23 left to go before halftime. We'll recap the first half, have a conversation with Shauna Smith about the girls' victory earlier tonight. There's a Clay Center 3 off the inbounds. That's no good. Sawyers with the rebound. Here comes Southeast back the other way.
And the thing is, defensively for us, they're not beating us inside. They're not driving on us. We're cutting that away, so I don't know why we're over-helping so much.
Kerr with a long-distance 3. Sawyers with 2 taps, keeping it alive. Now Isaiah all the way down the middle of the lane to the cup, and he will be fouled and go to the free throw line.
I can tell you this much. If Isaiah could dunk that ball, that's the look he had. Like, nobody's getting this away from me. I'm gonna go get a bucket.
Yeah, nice job there by Sawyers keeping that ball alive for Southeast. He tapped it once and then tapped it another time to get it away from 2 different Tigers. And ended up with Isaiah Kerr, who's standing at the free throw line. First free throw is up, bounces high off the back of the rim, and falls in. 4 points here in this quarter for Isaiah Kerr. .302 left to go. Kerr's second free throw off the heel, no good. Now a loose ball in the backcourt. Now it's Kerr and Will Cranmer one-on-one. Cranmer brings it across. 28-27. Clay Center working that clock down. Try to baseline drive. Kerr is going to deflect it out of bounds.
And I would say our defensive pressure, our on-ball pressure, has been really, really good tonight. And that's where I'm kind of getting frustrated defensively is that, they're not getting to the cup. Nothing is at the cup. And so when we overplay it and leave their shooters open, we're playing into Clay Center's hands.
30-second timeout for the Tigers. We'll step aside. 2:36 left to go here in the second quarter. Trojans lead it by 1 on KINA.
At Maury Clinic Sports Medicine, we are available when you need us most. I'm Dr. Andrew Westbrook, and I am the sports medicine physician at Maury Clinic. I see patients of all ages and help them come back stronger than ever. From broken bones to joint pain, my team and I are committed to help you do more. For those with sports injuries, come see us at our sports medicine walk-in clinic Monday and Thursday mornings from 8 to 9 a.m. Prevent, recover, and strengthen so you can perform your best. Maury Clinic Sports Medicine. Make your move with confidence.
You're listening to Southeast Trojan Hoops on KINA.
2:36 left to go here in the second quarter. 28-27. Southeast of Saline leads it by 1. Clay Center with it underneath their own basket. They'll inbound here. Now a steal. Isaiah Carrick took it away. It's just the second turnover for Clay Center here in this first half. Southeast only has 3. Potacek, left wing 3. Off the front of the rim, no good. Rebound cleaned up by the Tigers inside. Rylan Gurney will take it for the Tigers.
And Isaiah has been phenomenal defensively. I mean, he has been everywhere.
Here's a runner and a shot up and good. Grady Fewer with a 2-pointer. He has 8. 29-28. Clay Center now leading by 1. Shot up by Potacek, no good. Rebound once again down low. Gurney has been the difference on the boards for Clay Center down low.
And Tristan Swank had it right in his hands and it just kind of rolled off.
3-pointer for the Tigers. That sidewinder shot won't go. Kerr with the rebound for Southeast. He'll play it off to Potacek. Now left-hand side, Hendricks Lund. Here's Kerr trailing. He'll launch the 3 off the front of the rim. Then the backboard fell off, no good. 1:28 left to go before the break. Clay Center leading it by a single digit. Now their coach will tell them what play he wants to see ran. Just a lot of penetration, then kickouts, and now a foul called on Tristan Swank as he was shadowing Taran Fitzenmeyer. And Fitzenmeyer will go to the line.
And my gauge of some of this, I think we've talked about it, is watching Flax. Right, Flax is he's probably one of the most honest coaches I've seen on the sidelines. Like I mean, if he's okay, it's a foul. So when he's questioning the call, you're like, yeah, it looked like Tristan was in pretty good position there.
First free throw up and good. 67 seconds left to go here in the second quarter. Second free throw also good. Clay Center now with a 3-point lead, 31-28. It's been a rough offensive second quarter for Southeast after scoring 21 points in the first quarter. They only have 7 here so far in the second quarter. Swank down low, little pump fake, and they're going to say traveling. Boy, Tristan did everything right for the first time, and Flax stomps his foot on the floor, and now he'll ask the official to clarify that call. But boy, what a good move there by Tristan. That's the stuff we'd love to see him do.
Yeah. And those are the things like that that give you a little bit more hope about this team, that there is some inside presence. They just got to figure a few things out.
Now a foul up high as Clay Center was driving that time down the left-hand side of the lane. Rylan Gurney looking for a runner, and he was fouled, knocked to the floor. It will go against Adam Teal. It is his first foul. So not a lot of turnovers, not a lot of fouls on either squad here in this first half of play. Gurney to the free throw line to try to extend this Clay Center 3-point lead, and the free throw rattles home. Gurney's 6th point, looking for his 7th. 40 seconds left to play. Southpaw free throw is up. That's also good. About a 5-second gap between game clock and shot clock for Southeast of Saline. They have the basketball, trailing by 5. Here's Potacek in the lane again, and he will be fouled, and he'll step to the free throw line. So Tiernan Potacek back to the free throw line. He's 1 of 1 from the stripe so far tonight. Had 6 points in the first quarter, yet to score here in the second quarter. That foul on Taryn Fitzenmeyer, his first. Potacek's free throw, high bounce, and goes in. How many of those have we seen in that?
I was going to say, that's that home rim.
Second free throw on the way. That one more pure for Tiernan, and it goes in his 8th point. 33-30. Clay Center will end the half on offense if they choose. Shot clock is off, 17 seconds on the game clock. Southeast of the man-to-man defense. Clay Center with a traveling violation. They gave it right back to Southeast. Now the Trojans have a chance at the last say over here. 11.1.
And we have we've seen some late heroics.
Yeah. Tiernan directing traffic. Now he's going to come back to the middle. Little pick and roll with him and Teal, but it's deflected, taken away. Clay Center throws it up early. And Southeast of Saline ends the half with their 5th turnover of the half. 33-30, our final score here of the first half. Clay Center takes a 3-point lead into the locker room for halftime. 33-30, our score. When we come back, we'll check stats from the first half. We'll also check score updates from around the area. We will also recap the girls' contest. Shauna Smith will join us. It's coming up when we come back. Trojans trail the Tigers 33-30 at halftime on the Knopf Auto and Truck Accessories Halftime Report.
Knopf Auto and Truck Accessories. Everything to bling out your ride in one place, including top quality lift kits, wheels and tires, bumpers, Jeep accessories, fender flares, bed covers, bed liners, step bars, even custom painting. Knopf Auto is the and soil dealer and has many synthetics and filters in stock. Visit Knopf Auto on Facebook for specials, great ideas, and let them make your truck stick out in a crowd. Knopf Auto and Truck Accessories, supporting the Southeast of Saline Trojans.
And the second free throw is good. The Trojans have called timeout to make some important decisions.
Hi, fans. It's Winnell Garrettson from Salina Homes. In every game, there are lots of options to make the right play. And in real estate, the plays can be challenging. Whether you're a first-time buyer, upsizing for the family, investing in rentals or commercial property, or selling land, I have the knowledge to help you win your real estate game. It's sure to be a slam dunk when I serve as your realtor. Buy or sell, call Winnell.
This is the Trojan Halftime Report. Coming up, a first half recap. Shot at the horn. Stats, interviews, and a look at other area games. Now, let's get back to the gym for Trojan Halftime on KINA.
Halftime of the guys contest, 33-30. Clay Center leading the Southeast Trojans by 3 points as we hit the break. Time now to recap our girls contest from earlier this evening with head coach Shauna Smith. And boy, coach, this was a game I just thought overall, both teams, not a lot of fouls, not a lot of reaching, things like that, what I would classify as silly fouls, not a lot of turnovers. This game was at a high level, and if you weren't really keeping track of points, you wouldn't think that you had a double-digit lead through most of the game. But this was a game that you were able to control and lead throughout. The closest Clay Center was able to get to you was 8 points, but they're such a good team. They have such a good player. You just never really felt safe till it was over, right?
I agree. And so we said we kept, felt like she's going to come on this run or whatever. So you never felt like we were far enough away. Even when we were up by 15 at one point, you knew that probably wasn't going to stick that way.
Do you like that, though, and do you feel like that translates to your team? Did they feel that they had to keep scoring and they couldn't be comfortable in any moment of this game?
Well, we kind of talked about that we had to keep going, and because I kept saying that she's is going to score in bunches, and said she'll get up and go, and you can't just let up. We can't let up on a possession, and we talked about that a little bit. I think said that we had a couple times that we did let up a little bit, and then she went and scored.
You held Lily Edwards to 1 point in the first quarter. That helps you get off to a good start. You had an 8-point lead at the end of one. You also bottled her up in the fourth quarter, only allowed 2 points there. She got her first field goal with 2:22 left to go. in the second quarter. And just, again, the start and the finish is what matters. What's done in the middle really doesn't. And you guys were able to do that, keeping most of her points in the middle of this game. Talk about the defensive effort, because not only did we see multiple people, we saw multiple looks throughout the night.
Yeah, I told the girl that I think that was a solid job by everybody. Did a really, really good job. Kind of knowing where she's at. They said there was only a couple times that we just kind of didn't step all the way out where we needed to step out to. I thought we did a really good job with that, and we haven't had that this season, having to step out in somebody special like that. So I thought we did a good job of knowing where she was at and doing the right things there. And then we, on the other end, did the scoring when we needed to score.
Taryn Getz tonight, 17 points. It's a new career high for her. And as we talked about during the game, it wasn't the amount of points that Taryn scored. It was when she scored them, because it always seemed like it was when Clay Center got back within 9, got back within at one point. It was even 8 late in the third quarter. Here comes Taryn, and it's another three-pointer. But the way that you guys were able to reverse the basketball, it seemed like your three-pointers always came on reversing from one side of the floor to the other. For some reason, Clay Center was overcommitting. You were getting open looks on the backside, and the way that you were able to move the ball in your offense really opened up your shooters.
Well, I thought we did that early on in the game, and then the second quarter we kind of went to where we weren't doing that, and that's what we kept halftime we kept talking about. That's where we're getting the best offense we are when we get the ball reversed. And then we're getting some really open looks, and that's the ball kept going. They kept sagging so far in, and then Taryn was just wide open there.
Yeah, Taryn even had one of those in the fourth quarter where you're probably going, oh, no, that's a great shot, because it came at a time where you probably would like to see more clock run, but she was feeling it, and she was wide open. 17 points for her tonight. I think this was a pretty good win for you as well, because it also kind of announces Abba Pearson's back, and she is fully in her role now, because Sutton Douglas has been doing a great job inside, scoring 8 to 10 points every night. She had a little bit of foul trouble tonight, only scored 3, but yet you guys were still able to fill the scoring with other places and other people.
Yeah, and I thought everybody else kind of did a good job just filling in and doing where they needed to be, and just had big shots. I mean, I just think Reagan's little layup that she had kind of stop and go there. She got a steal, and kind of you thought she was going to pull it out, and then she goes and stops and goes. But I just thought overall, we just did a really good job as a team effort tonight, and everybody just stepped in and scored when they needed to.
Like I said, not a lot of turnovers for either squad. I had you, though, with 6 turnovers unofficially. 4 of those came late in the game in the fourth quarter. I know you don't want to see that, but you played the majority of this game with just 2 turnovers, which was really good. That's less than half of your season average. Your first turnover in this game came with 2 minutes left to go in the first half, and that helps you get off to a great start as well. Let's talk about next week now. This is a big win in my eyes. I'm a big believer in momentum, and when you walk in as the number 1 seed, 8-3 sure looks a lot better coming in as your record than 7-4. Now you can go in, you can claim you're the number 1 seed, and you can do what you need to do to defend that. This Sterling tournament, we talked about it Tuesday. You said it, girls have never won the Sterling tournament, and this is a big one off the board that you guys really want to claim and come out and get that victory and go through. You got 3 tough games in a row, though. That it's always an adventure at Sterling, isn't it? We talk about teams like Hugoton, that their record is what it is. They might come in at 4-4 and be fantastic. What do you think about next week?
And I haven't really watched. I watched a little bit of our first round game, whatever. But like I said, Hugoton, they play a big schedule. So, like I said, they're coming in as 4-4. I mean, they've beaten some 5A schools, some 6A schools, whatever. And then you also have Scott City, who plays at some bigger schools also. So I don't ever want to take them that their record how they are, or whatever. So, I mean, we're just kind of looking to play by one game at a time. But this is always a fun tournament to get to and to get after it. And like I said, this is kind of where you take your momentum from and go and roll with it.
8-3 overall, 54-43. Enjoy this one. Have a great weekend. We will see you next week in Sterling.
All right, thank you.
Back with more after this. It's the Trojans trailing the Tigers by 3 at halftime here on KINA.
APAC Kansas Incorporated has been building the Heartland from the ground up for over a century. From the supply of aggregate materials, hot mix asphalt, and concrete to the construction of roads and bridges, we do it all. You've seen our trucks, and now we want to hire you. APAC in Salina is growing, and we are hiring for all positions. From truck drivers to mechanics, general laborers, and construction, APAC has your next career. For more details, visit the job links page at salinapost.com. Great pay and benefits, APAC is an equal opportunity employer.
Hi, this is Angela Gephardt from the Bank of Tuscan, and I'm still cheering on SES Trojans. Just like a great basketball team, we're here to assist, pass, and score big with you with our lineup of winning banking products. Whether you're looking to save with our traditional high-yield savings account, earn with Kasasa-free checkings, or secure your future with competitive loan options, we've got the tools to help you slam dunk your financial goals. Stop by one of our branches or visit Bank of Tuscan to learn more. The Bank of Tuscan, member FDIC.
Winter travel can be treacherous if your tires are worn out. Stay safe with an inspection at Commercial Tire Company. Cold weather also drops the inflation in your tires. Get them checked today to avoid losing grip or damaging your tires. Commercial Tire will help keep you safe. For repairs that aren't tire related, our automotive and diesel mechanics will fix it right the first time. Commercial Tire Centers, West Crawford and North 9th, Salina.
Commercial Tire Centers, where service is everything.
At Maury Clinic Sports Medicine, we are available when you need us most. I'm Dr. Andrew Westbrook, and I am the sports medicine physician at Maury Clinic. I see patients of all ages and help them come back stronger than ever. From broken bones to joint pain, my team and I are committed to help you do more. For those with sports injuries, come see us at our sports medicine walk-in clinic Monday and Thursday mornings from 8 to 9 a.m. Prevent, recover, and strengthen so you can perform your best. Maury Clinic Sports Medicine. Make your move with confidence.
This is Trojan Basketball on KINA.
Back here at halftime, 33-30 is our score. Clay Center leading southeast of Saline. 10 points by Abram Stratton, 7 points in the first half for Rylan Gurney. Also 8 points for Grady Fewer, 6 points for Will Cranmer, and 2 points off the bench for Taran Fitzenmeyer. For southeast of Saline, Tiernan Potachik at 8, 7 for Adam Teal and Hendricks Lund. Also 4 points for Isaiah Kerr, 2 for Kane Sawyers, and 2 for Tristan Swank. Southeast of Saline, 7 of 9 from the free throw line. Clay Center, 5 of 6. Southeast has 5 turnovers. Clay Center with 3. Kevin, what do you want to see here in the second half?
I think for us, we just need to clean up defensively, just, over pursuing and leaving wide open threes, and we've got to go close out.
Designed play off the chalkboard in the locker room at halftime, and a 2-pointer put up and in by Abram Stratton. He is the leading scorer for the Tigers with a dozen. It is now a 5-point Clay Center lead once again.
And Stratton's got 3 fouls. We got to keep an eye on that too, because he picks up that 4th here, and he might sit for a while.
Here's a 3-pointer, right-hand side. Adam Teal answers the bell. 10 points now for Adam Teal.
And right there, Tiernan Potachik feels the pressure and everything collapsing on him, just kicks it out to a wide-open shooter. Great look.
Well, and I talked about the drought and the lack of offense in the second quarter for southeast of Saline. That was directly attributed to Adam Teal not having any points in the second quarter. We need him to score in all 4 periods.
Yep.
Here's a rebound, offensive side, and put back Rylan Gurney. He's been the difference in this game on the backboards for the Tigers.
Yep. And Kane was right there for that. He just snuck right around Kane and went and got it.
37-33, Tigers leading the Trojans by 4. This is a tough, gritty team out of the NCKL, and they play some really good basketball teams through the season. We remember how good Abilene was.
Yeah.
They beat Abilene by 20-plus points. Here's Potachik for 3. Tiernan in double digits now with 11. Good offensive start here for Southeast. They have it closed up within 1.
TP3, right?
That's right. Tigers with the ball. Trying that back cut again. Isaiah Kerr read it perfectly this time. Tigers save it, though. Then they're going to swing it around. Back over here to the left-hand side, though, where started. Little mini drive and a kick out once again. Here's a 3-pointer. That's no good. Air ball picked up. Hendricks Lund took it off the backside. Here comes Tiernan. 2 minutes into the third quarter. Little head twitch there from Potachik. Ends up left-hand side, Hendricks Lund. Lund jab step. Now an entry pass down low to Teal. Teal collects the double team. Back out to Lund for 3. Off the mark, no good. Sawyers, though, on the weak side, gets the rebound. He'll play it to Kerr. Now Southeast will reset. Hendricks Lund on a drive. He got bumped off his path and traveled.
I struggle with that call because just like you said, he was bumped, and that's what caused him to travel. But I like the idea from him. I like the aggressiveness, getting downhill and allowing that defense to collapse around him.
37-36, Clay Center with the basketball. They lead Southeast by 1. 5:32 left to go here in the third quarter. There's a drive to the left-hand side and a ball that rattles in for Clay Center. Rylan Gurney He has 11 points now in double digits. Southeast works it over to Sawyer's right-hand side. Kane takes a couple dribbles. Now kicks it back out to Kerr. Now Potacek, high arcing three, and it goes home. Tiernan Potacek with his third three of the night, 14 points in a tie game.
And that's just what Tiernan does. Like, you know, they lay off of him because of all the drives, and then all of a sudden now he steps out and knocks down a couple of threes, which is going to open up those driving lanes back again for him.
Here's a steal by Adam Teal. First turnover for Clay Center. Out to Kerr. Potacek, same spot. Shot up. That one rattles off, no good. Fight for the rebound. Tigers chasing it into the corner. Clay Center will clear it. 39-39. We approach the halfway mark already of this third quarter. Kick out for a three for Clay Center. Off the front of the rim, no good. Up from that baseline area, and it comes off to Adam Teal. Quick lead to Potacek. Tiernan works his way back to the middle of the floor. Now to Kerr. Isaiah wants to drive. Gets into traffic. Got shoved in the back. Lost the basketball. And Clay Center comes back the other way. 2 turnovers for Southeast of Saline in this third quarter. And a left-hander that curls all the way around the rim for the Tigers. Falls out. Now the basketball out of bounds. Into the Clay Center cheer crew. And will stay here with the Tigers.
And Southeast did a lot of good things there. What I was going to say about a three-point shooting team, though, when you shoot a lot of threes like this, the first thing that goes are your legs, right? So if we can run this team, you know, because they don't go that deep, you know, that might play into our favor too.
They may be saying the same thing about us.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Right? I mean, it's kind of like the two teams looking in the mirror at each other.
Yep.
39-39. Clay Center working it on the right-hand side of their offense right now. There's a drive and a block. They're Lilly and Kerr, both there to bother that shot. Isaiah Kerr comes away with the loose ball. Now in transition, Lyric Lilly has it. Over to Adam Teal, now to Kerr in the corner. Inside, deep entry to Swank. Pump fake, goes back at it, got himself underneath the rim, and it's hit the bottom of the cylinder, and it comes out back the other way to the Tigers.
And everything right. He just got himself too deep, and he's got to understand how he can set these guys up. That's a travel.
Yep,
that's a travel
sure
all day long.
Here's a miss, though, of the shot, and Lilly with the rebound. Yeah, you take what Tristan has done tonight. I love everything about it, but now it's puzzle pieces that he's gathering that we haven't seen him have so far this year.
Yep.
And it's just like, I'm with you. It's like, now let's see the next quarter. Let's see the next quarter. Let's see what he does now. Here's Teal, baseline jumper. He cans it. He's so good from that area. It's such a quick catch and release shot. And Adam Teal now has 5 in the quarter, 12 for the game. Southeast of Saline leads it by 2.
And maybe it's on me. I don't know. I didn't think Adam Teal could be this good. And he has been a superstar all year long.
Here's a missed shot by the Tigers. Back the other way. Here comes Southeast of Saline. 2:39 left to go here in the third. 41-39. Southeast leading it by 2. Potacek gets into the paint. Now plays it out, left-hand side to Kerr. Isaiah with a smile on his face as he's watching Adam Teal battle inside against 2 different Tigers. Now Potacek will knife through those 2 Tigers, put a shot up, no good. Teal nearly had the tip coming off the rim. Swank with it now. He goes back at it and left that one a little bit short. Again, Tristan doing good things, just needs to finish.
Yep.
41-39.
I think the court awareness and the spacing thing for us right now is an issue. We got too many guys that so close together. We need to get better spacing.
Clay Center working their offense. Little wide open kind of motion style offense here with a lot of dribbling. Now a shot that's up and in by Christian Qualls. That's his first points of the game. Now all 5 starters have scored for Clay Center. We're tied up at 41.
And see, Clay Center's going to extend out. They're in that zone. We've got to be able to burn them in this zone here.
Potacek over to Lilly. He's open. He'll lost her 3. That's no good. Swank battling for the rebound down low, but it's taken in by Abram Stratton. 1:29 left to go. Clay Center in transition. Layup up and good. Grady Fewer now in double digits with 10. A little 4-0 run here by the Tigers. They've taken a 2-point lead. 77 seconds left to go here in the third. Kerr stuck. Now he's going to go to Lyric Lilly, who came to bail him out. Now a long pass that's intercepted. 3 turnovers for Southeast of Saline, but Southeast gets it back. Adam Teal will launch a 3. That's no good. And now Clay Center's going to throw it away. There has not been a lot of whistles in this quarter, and I think both teams are feeling it. The oxygen right now is being used up at a high level.
Yep. Yeah, because we just gave, each team just gave it back about twice. And everybody just kind of looked at each other like, can we get the clock to stop here for a second?
So Hendricks Lund will return. He'll replace Kerr. 43-41. Clay Center leading by 2. Swank has it back out to Lilly for 3. Lyric was the inbounder. That one comes off short. Clay Center has it back. Inside a minute left to go in a very fast-moving third quarter of action. Here's a step-back 3. That one's no good. Clean up down low. Hendricks Lund takes custody of the basketball.
How about Hendricks Lund's rebounding today? Right, this is probably his best rebounding game of this season.
Agreed, yeah. Skip pass to Potacek in front of the Southeast bench. His 3, too strong, no good. And the long rebound bounces out to Stratton for the Tigers. 25 seconds left. Shot clock is off. Clay Center had it in the middle of the paint. Now they'll kick it back out for 3. That's no good. Battle for the rebound off the miss. Saved by the Tigers. And it goes off of a Tiger and out of bounds. Potacek was there shoulder for shoulder with Abram Stratton, and the official who was viewing the play said it touched Stratton last and will give it to Southeast with 16 seconds left to play in the quarter.
That 50-50 ball we get, we're even now.
Yep.
Okay. It all works out.
Clay Center playing a extended blown-up 2-on-2 zone here. They have the last say. Southeast does that. Here's Hendricks Lund for 3. That one trickles off, no good. Swank coming in. They're going to whistle him for a rebounding foul with 4 seconds left. That is our first foul of this quarter.
Wow. And there's 4 seconds left.
Explains why the quarter went so fast.
Yeah.
Clay Center has it. 4 seconds left. They'll have to launch it up from beyond half court, and it goes off the side of the backboard. No good. 43-41 our score. Clay Center leads it by 2 as we go to the fourth and final quarter. Southeast of Saline Trojan basketball brought to you tonight by Precision Electrical Contractors.
Are you looking for a local brokerage firm to help you with your Medicare, life insurance, and annuities? L&L Advisors is the #1 local Medicare supplement and insurance specialist. Medicare can be confusing. Let the experts at L&L Advisors help make sense of it. Stop by one of 3 locations in Salina or McPherson and speak to an agent about the needs of your family. L&L Advisors, main office at 717 Roach right off Crawford and in the Central Mall Salina and downtown McPherson. Based on honesty and trust, contact L&L Advisors today.
The Southeast of Saline School District has a long-standing reputation for excellence. This excellence in public education has been a source of great pride and one of the factors contributing to the quality of life in our community. The Southeast of Saline Education Foundation works in partnership with the USD 306 School District and the community that it serves to maximize student potential, thereby creating a lasting legacy, not only for our children, but for our community. The Southeast of Saline Education Foundation salutes the Trojan Sports Program.
You're listening to Southeast Trojan Hoops on KINA.
43-41, Clay Center with a 2-point lead. Southeast of Saline starts out with the basketball as we start fourth quarter action presented by Precision Electric. Isaiah Kerr with it, looking in at Tristan Swank. Tristan trying to establish post position down there. Now they swing it off to the left-hand side. Back over to the right now, Kerr. It's Lund and Potacek up top, and Hendricks Lund trying to bounce it into Kane Sawyers, and that ball a little too hot going through the paint. That's a turnover for Southeast, their 4th of the half.
Yeah, I think Hendricks had one thing and Kane had something else in mind, because if Kane disengages, he goes and gets that ball, he gets it.
Here's a ball now that goes off the shoe of Tiernan Potacek and out of bounds. It'll stay here with Clay Center on their offensive end.
And that's been one of our kind of MOs this season, is we've struggled getting it into our post guys at times.
Mm-hmm. There's a quick left-handed shot off the inbounds that's put up and in. Rylan Gurney having a big second half. He has 13 points. It's a 4-point Tiger lead. 45-41. Bounce pass down in low to Swank. Now back out, Potacek. Tiernan looking for some space. Step back and then back through, and he's going to score. Tiernan Potacek working the defense like a puppet master. Able to score his 15th and 16th points of the night. He will step to the stripe and look for one more.
I wasn't sure if he's seen that foul call from the backside. I would have thought the front side guy would have called it, but, I mean, the guy came right across his face.
Tiernan's free throw is up and good. He has 17, following up a 27-point performance Tuesday against Lions. 45-41. The Clay Center lead has been trimmed down to a single digit. 7 minutes left to play in this game. There's an up and under move from Corbin Davies, who scores a bench basket for Clay Center. Back to a 3-point Tiger advantage. Here's Potocik again, getting into the stripe. His shot blocked, out of bounds. It'll stay right here with Southeast, who has a chance to run some baseline offense.
If Tristan ever gets some confidence and stuff starts going his way and he gains that confidence, man, look out.
Yeah, I look forward to it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Here's Lund over to the right-hand side to Kerr. Playing basketball around the perimeter right now. Big back and forth passing game. Potocik gets between two Tigers, now plays it out to Kane Sawyers. Shot clock down to 4. Here's Lund with it. Now to Kerr. He's aware he's going to shoot the 3. It's going to come up short. Isaiah was way out there, and Southeast did not manage that possession very well.
Yeah, and I don't want to see, there in that situation, Lund has got to continue to go and take it. It doesn't matter what happens. He cannot afford to kick that ball out at that time.
Clay Center with the basketball back now, leading by 3. 6:07 left to go. Shot put up, no good. Isaiah Kerr, boy, look at sticky fingers there. He was able to get that rebound reeled in as it went off to his left-hand side. Now up the floor to Hendricks Lund. Lund took one dribble to nowhere. Now he's going to hand it off to Potocik. Tiernan, a little head and shoulder fake. The whole Clay Center defense looks like they jumped.
Yeah.
He has them on their heels right now, doesn't he? Here's Tiernan now driving down the left-hand side. Got tripped up. Ball went up out of bounds. Tiernan's going to save it, but it's over to the corner where Hendricks Lund wasn't ready for it, and it goes out of bounds back to the Tigers.
And I don't know if Tiernan just makes it look so easy when he's doing it, but he's fouled every time he goes in there like that. I mean, the guy had both hands, as he's coming by him on Tiernan's front side and back side.
47-44. Clay Center still leads by 3. 5.5 minutes left to go here in this one. Very competitive game all the way through. Here's Clay Center with a forced 3, it felt like. That one dies off the side of the rim. Hendricks Lund with the rebound. Hendricks might have got away with a double dribble there.
So
over to Potocik. Tiernan unloads it to the right to Kerr. Now back in to the top of the key, to the middle of the floor. Kane Sawyer's working hard down low to try to get position. Shot clock down to 10. Here's Lund launching the 3. Rattles off, no good. That thing looked like it was halfway down and popped right back out.
And Kane was working his tail off to try to get that ball inside, and he had really good position.
There's a foul now on Kane Sawyers on the other end as a Clay Center Tiger went driving into the paint. Kane came off in help side defense to help prevent that layup, and he will send Ryland Gurney to the free throw line. So for Kane Sawyers, that's his 3rd foul. Gurney to the free throw line where he's 2 of 2 from the stripe here tonight. First free throw is no good. Clay Center as a team, 5 of 7 from the free throw line in this game. Lyric Lilly back into the game. He'll replace Sawyers. Also back in for the Tigers, Taran Fitzenmeyer. Second free throw on its way, also no good. Adam Teal with the rebound. 47-44. 4:38 left to go. Clay Center leads by 3. Potocik with it. Lilly, lob pass to Teal. In down low. Teal with a drop step. Nearly got the basket to go down. That was an awkward drop step as it was kind of opposite for Adam Teal. It put his body in a weird spot. He wasn't able to get the shot with the foul, but he will step to the free throw line and shoot 2. Adams' first free throw off the heel, no good. A foul on Taran Fitzenmeyer, his second. Neither team in danger of a bonus situation yet. Teal gets the second free throw. Baker's dozen now 13 for Adam Teal. It's a 2-point Clay Center lead. 4:25 left to go here in this game.
And this is one of those games, Devin, that could also come down to those free throws. I mean, you get down the stretch, you got to make free throws, and you've got to lock in defensively.
Isaiah Kerr on ball defense has his guy stuck. Now they get rid of it. Ball comes out to Qualls. Qualls on a lob pass, opposite side. Fitzenmeyer. He had it momentarily. Now to Gurney. Shot clock down to 3. They have to launch from way out downtown. Off, no good. Adam Teal with the rebound. Southeast has a chance to tie here up this time up the floor. Hendricks Lund steps into the left-hand elbow. His shot, no good, missing badly. Boy, that just felt off time, felt forced, felt like nobody wanted it.
Well, no, he should have taken the 3.
Yep.
Right, he was rhythm on the 3 and then thought otherwise, and then, well, no one's still here, so he takes a dribble and goes in. Nothing was right on that possession.
I'm a firm believer as a coach, you don't ever take one dribble.
Nope.
You just don't.
Nope.
You'll hear me once in a while, the old coaching will come out at me, and I'll say one dribble to nowhere. It's exactly what it is.
Yep.
You're not helping anything.
Yep. And you just allow everything to catch up, you know, and so.
47-45. Clay Center working this possession, leading by 2. Little pick and roll here. They throw it off the paws of Christian Qualls, and it goes out of bounds. It's the 4th turnover of the half, just their first one, though, of this 4th quarter.
I would be interested to know if Clay Center plays with a shot clock at their facility. Because these last couple of possessions, it feels like they just lost the shot clock altogether.
Inside, Adam Teal has it. He goes to the rack and is fouled, and he will go to the free throw line once again.
Foul on the Tigers. Brian Gurney. His second personal foul on the line for Southeast. Adam Teal.
First free throw by Adam is up and good. 2:50 left to go, just inside 3 minutes.
And, you know, the thing is sometimes when you just take that one dribble and you go nowhere, you're thinking too much. You know, you're kind of getting too cute. You were going to do one thing and decided to do this thing.
And we are tied at 47, courtesy of 2 Adam Teal free throws. 2:50 left to go. We'll take a full timeout, step aside. Southeast of Saline Trojan basketball presented tonight by Precision Electric.
APAC Kansas Incorporated has been building the Heartland from the ground up for over a century. From the supply of aggregate materials, hot mix asphalt, and concrete to the construction of roads and bridges, we do it all. You've seen our trucks, and now we want to hire you. APAC in Salina is growing, and we are hiring for all positions. From truck drivers to mechanics, general laborers, and construction, APAC has your next career. For more details, visit the job links page at salinapost.com. Great pay and benefits, APAC is an equal opportunity employer.
Hi, this is Angela Gephardt from the Bank of Tuscan, and I'm still cheering on SES Trojans. Just like a great basketball team, we're here to assist, pass, and score big with you with our lineup of winning banking products. Whether you're looking to save with our traditional high-yield savings account, earn with Kasasa-free checkings, or secure your future with competitive loan options, we've got the tools to help you slam dunk your financial goals. Stop by one of our branches or visit Bank of Tuscan to learn more. The Bank of Tuscan, member FDIC.
You're listening to Southeast of Saline basketball on KINA.
47-47 our score, 2:47 left to go. Clay Center, Southeast of Saline, doing battle here at the Purple Palace on the campus of SES. This whole game, nobody's had a double-digit lead. Clay Center's biggest lead was 6, way back in the first quarter of action, early first quarter. And Southeast of Saline's biggest lead has been 6 as well. Here's a block down low. Adam Teal takes it away. Southeast of Saline has it back. 2:22 left to go. Lilly trying to turn the corner, gets himself into a crowd, plays it out to Kerr. Kerr now back to Lyric Lilly. Skip pass through everybody. Hendricks Lund open from 3. Count the 3! Hendricks Lund! Double digits now. His first points since back in the second quarter. He has 10.
And, I mean, just like that, we've talked, like, don't think about it. Just shoot it. You've got the wide open shot. Shoot it. Great pass from Lyric across court. They collapse down, and he's wide open, and he knocks it down.
Clay Center struggling for points here in this fourth quarter. They launch a 3. That's no good. Get their own rebound, though. It went off the right hand of Adam Teal, who was trying to reel it in. Second opportunity. That's no good. Now a scrum for the rebound. Still controlled by the Tigers. They'll pitch it out again. Clay Center working it around the perimeter. Trailing by 3. Here's a drive and a foul on the floor on Hendricks Lund. Everything's okay there. It's just the second team foul on the Trojans, and for Hendricks Lund, just his first personal foul. So they had one to give there with 90 seconds left to go.
And they had 2 chances to score there. We've got to clean that up and really crash that. We can't give them multiple opportunities.
It's been a 9-4 fourth quarter for Southeast. Their advantage. Here's a and one opportunity now. Little baby pump fake. Got Adam Teal up. They're going to call a foul and an and one situation for Rylan Gurney. Gurney 0 for 2 from the stripe here in this fourth quarter. For the game, he is 2 for 4. So Gurney has a chance to erase the three-pointer that was just hit. I have confirmed Clay Center does have a shot clock in their place.
Okay.
Teal on that foul, collects his second. Nobody with more than 3 fouls in this game. Gurney's free throw, got it. We're back tied. And now a timeout called by the Tigers. Full timeout, we'll take it as well. 1:24 left to go. We are all knotted up, splitting 100 right down the middle here on KINA.
Lily Pad Septic, this is Callie. How can I help you flush today?
My toilet sounds like a baby gurgling. Nothing's straining, and it's 5 degrees outside.
Sir, I just had a baby, so I know that sound. But I bet your septic line's frozen. Cole, we got a gurgler.
On it, Callie.
Flush the freakishly fast rock.
I'll be there in a splash. Sir, your pipes are tighter than a diaper ready to explode.
So there's no toddler in my toilet?
Nope, just ice blocking the line. No flow, no go.
Can't I just pour hot water down the toilet?
Only if you want warm sewage. We need to thaw the line and pump your tank. I gotta get back and tell Callie.
Flush! What's the baby's name?
Weston Cole.
At Lily Pad Septic, we guarantee to inspect your septic system within 24 hours.
Or your next pump out is free.
If you need a flush in a rush, call Lily Pad Septic.
Lily Pad Septic.com.
We'll be there in a splash.
I need a kiss.
This is Trojan Basketball on KINA.
50-50 our score, 1:24 left to go here in this game. Southeast of Saline and Clay Center. Not to get too far deep in the weeds here, Kevin, but looking at the shot clock, if you're Southeast and you get a quick shot up here, you actually have 2-1 possessions on Clay Center.
Bill Self's the king at that.
But right now, I think if you're Southeast with a tie game, you just want a good quality shot.
Yep.
Teal with it in the corner. Now out to Potacek, who's being swarmed right now. Back to Lilly. Over to Tiernan. Right elbow jumper up too strong, no good. Rebound taken in by Clay Center. Gurney has it, and they lost the basketball out of bounds. Everybody thinking it was Southeast ball, and the official says it goes to the Tigers. Even Francis Flax protesting that call.
I thought Lyric knocked it off his knee, to be honest. But here we go.
Clay Center will have it, 50-50. Clay Center has hit the wall here from outside in the second half. As many threes as they were able to shoot and hit in the first half. They have not hit one here in the second half yet. Tigers working it to the right-hand side. Open shooter from the corner. Three-pointer up and good. Abram Stratton. The first three that Clay Center's made in the second half. Here comes Southeast now. 25 seconds left to go. Potacek stuck up top. Now he's going to find Kerr. Isaiah Kerr has a pass kicked, and it will stay here with Southeast with 19 seconds left to play. Sawyers pops up off the bench. He will check in for Lyric Lilly. See what Southeast has on their mind here. Karen Potacek with it. Over to the right, Sawyers. Now to Kerr. They'll swing it to Hendricks Lund. Now to Potacek. Taking a lot of time here. Southeast has it up top. Potacek still out there. Off to Hendricks Lund for three. 2 seconds left off the front of the rim. And Southeast just too much time on that last possession. Didn't give themselves a chance at a second look at it. And they will take a 3-point loss here to the Clay Center Tigers. 53-50 our final score. Southeast of Saline will move to 3-8 on the season. Clay Center will go to 6-3 on the season. When we come back, We'll go over final numbers for you and have a Vernon Jewelers Gym of the Game. It's all coming up at Postgame, and it's brought to you by Commercial Tire Centers. Clay Center, 53, southeast of Saline, 50, here on KINA.
Winter travel can be treacherous if your tires are worn out. Stay safe with an inspection at Commercial Tire Company. Cold weather also drops the inflation in your tires. Get them checked today to avoid losing grip or damaging your tires. Commercial Tire will help keep you safe. For repairs that aren't tire related, our automotive and diesel mechanics will fix it right the first time. Commercial Tire Centers, West Crawford and North 9th, Salina.
Commercial Tire Centers, where service is everything.
And the second free throw is good. The Trojans have called timeout to make some important decisions.
Hi, fans. It's Winnell Garrettson from Salina Homes. In every game, there are lots of options to make the right play. And in real estate, the plays can be challenging. Whether you're a first-time buyer, upsizing for the family, investing in rentals or commercial property, or selling land, I have the knowledge to help you win your real estate game. It's sure to be a slam dunk when I serve as your realtor. Buy or sell, call Winnell.
At Vernon Jewelers, we believe jewelry is more than just an accessory. It's an expression of who you are. It's also a piece of your life that can be passed down through the generations. That's why our expert team is here to listen, understand, and help you find that piece that speaks to your story. We're not just your local jeweler. We're your neighbors, your friends, and your partners in celebrating life's precious moments. Vernon Jewelers in downtown Salina. In our 141st year, we are not old. We're just really good at what we do.
Time now for the Trojan Postgame Show on KINA. Stick around for the game recap, final stats, and reaction from the coach. This is Trojan Basketball on KINA.
Back here on the campus of Southeast of Saline High School, Trojan Basketball brought to you tonight by Salina Fence Company, also Commercial Tire Centers on the Commercial Tire postgame report. 53-50, Clay Center hits a three with just a few seconds left, about 20 seconds left on the clock to get the victory here. Abram Stratton hit the three, and it was the only three-pointer Clay Center was able to get in the second half, but that was the difference in this game in a 53-50 Tiger victory. Let's recap your scoring for you. Final stats brought to you by the Bank of Tesket. Tiernan Potachik led all scorers tonight with 17 points, 15 points for Adam Teal, 10 for Hendricks Lund, 4 for Isaiah Kerr, 2 for Kane Sawyers, and 2 for Tristan Swank. For the Clay Center Tigers, they had 3 different players in double digits, 16 for Rylan Gurney, 15 for Abram Stratton, 10 for Grady Fewer. Also 6 points for Will Cranmer, 2 points for Christian Qualls, Taran Fitzenmeyer, and Corbin Davies. Free throws, Southeast of Saline, not bad from the line tonight. 11 of 14 from the stripe, 6 of 9 for the Clay Center Tigers from the free throw line. Southeast of Saline with 9 turnovers, while Clay Center had 7 turnovers. 53-50, our final score. And Kevin, I think you would like to see Southeast get a little bit better look there at the end. It just seemed like they were having trouble getting open and took a lot of time trying to get that shot off there at the end and down by 3. You never want to see that. You want to probably factor in, see if you can get 2 possessions. If you miss, you foul, you have another chance at it. You extend the game a little bit. But what were your thoughts on this one? I think out of the gate, this felt like it had a potential to be a runaway win for Clay Center, but Southeast just kept fighting back.
Yeah, and that's kind of what we talked about early is that, you know, if we don't guard these guys, they'll shoot you out of your own gym. But I do like the way that Southeast responded. You know, they showed a lot of fight in this game. My frustration is that we do a lot of things right, and then, you know, I don't know what it's going to take to get this team over the hump and to get that big win to say, okay, all right, now we're cooking with grease. You know, yeah, we beat some teams that we should have beaten, you know, but tonight was that game. I felt like you get this win going into the Sterling tournament, your midseason, you know, you kind of start feeling really good about things. And the way that they played, they played well enough to win. They just didn't get the job done. 53-50,
the final score. And you talk about the Sterling tournament. That is coming up next week. It will start on Tuesday. We'll have split times. We don't have times at the Sterling tournament. If you're familiar, you know what I'm talking about, where it will be girls then guys. It's not the traditional format. We will start out on Tuesday. Southeast of Saline guys will play at 4:30, and then the girls will play at 7:30. So it'll be 2 different broadcasts for you coming up on Tuesday, and we will have video only from the Sterling tournament. So you want to be on Salina Post to check those games out coming up on Tuesday from the Sterling tournament. 53-50 the final score. Our post-game conversation now brought to you by Frisbee Construction with head coach Francis Flax. And, boy, Coach, a lot of good things to talk about in this game. Clay Center got a three-pointer, though, late in the game on you and got the victory here 53-50. Your thoughts on this one?
Well, it's a tough one because we played, especially defensively, about as well as we could play. We scrapped with them. We rebounded pretty well. We made a couple mistakes. We know where that guy's going. He's going to over his right shoulder, then go to the left, and we still played him high side. And, of course, it went in, and then he gets the free throw and the three-point play, which I'd like to take back.
Yeah, and that equalized a three-pointer that you were just able to hit for Hendricks Lund. Gave you a little bit of a brief cushion there. And then at the end, the three-pointer, you told me before the game you had to neutralize their three-point shooting. The start they got off to, I didn't think that was the case. It looked like they might run out of here, but you guys made adjustments. You were able to come back and even take a lead. Clay Center didn't have a three-point make in the second half until that very last one.
Yeah.
What were you able to do there on the perimeter?
Well, we weren't helping off like we had been. We were staying with them. You know, our defense is supposed to be on a handoff or something. You're supposed to jump the handoff and then recover to your guy. Well, this time we were not jumping the handoff like before. We were just showing a little bit and then getting back to our player. And, yeah, that was a heartbreaker to have him hit one in the second half, and that happened to be the one.
Yeah. I want to talk about Tristan Swank because I saw some things from him tonight, and I don't know, obviously, what you've been working on in practice, but he was taking things tonight and doing things that we haven't seen him do before, and now it just comes down in my mind to him finishing those plays.
Yeah.
The thought process is there, the procedure is there. Now it's just putting the ball in the hole, but he was more aggressive offensively tonight than
yeah,
we've seen.
And he's a lot more athletic than he looks.
Yeah.
But he does have trouble scoring. I went to a store in town and bought 6 pair of gloves the other day, and he's been wearing gloves in practice. So has Kane Sawyers and a couple of JV players. Hopefully that's going to help a little bit. Yeah, he's doing a good job, but he finds himself too far under the bucket.
Yeah.
And he can't score.
53-50, a tough one here tonight. That'll drop the momentum that you had going here. Now let's look ahead to next week. It'll be a busy week for you, 3 games at the Sterling tournament. And you start off, it was either Sterling or Hugoton, right? It didn't matter. You
right.
were going to play a great basketball team in the first round, and you get a Hugoton team that it seems like every single darn time we go to Sterling, at some point in the tournament, we're going to see Hugoton, and that's the case on Tuesday.
Yeah, we're going to play them, that's for sure. We played them this summer out at Hayes. We didn't have Gannon then. We won't have him this time. And actually, we played him pretty well. But they got a guard that's really terrific. He's going to take us off the dribble. He's going to stop and pop threes. He just makes them go. And he's very, very fast. Got good hands. It's going to be a task, but we're going to go up for it.
Sounds good. Have a good weekend. We'll talk to you Tuesday. Francis Flax, head coach of the Southeast Trojans. His guys tonight, a 3-point loss here at home to the 4A Clay Center Tigers. They will turn around and they will open our coverage of the Sterling tournament coming up on Tuesday with a 4:30 game at Sterling College against the Hugoton Eagles. And then we'll have a girls game that evening as well as Southeast of Saline's ladies come in, the number 1 seed. They will take on Hutchinson Trinity at 7:30 at Sterling High School. We'll have both of those games for you on live stream video on SalinaPost.com. We will not have the broadcast on KINA due to a programming conflict. Kansas Wesleyan has a men's game on Tuesday that we will have coverage of that one. So that's our plan for next week. 53-50 the final score here on the guys' side. 54-43, the final. Southeast of Saline wins it on the girls' side in this Clay Center Southeast of Saline split. Once again, a split here. Southeast of Saline girls, Clay Center boys win as we cruise into the weekend. Enjoy yourself. Kansas Wesleyan basketball tomorrow here on KINA. And then, of course, we will have mid-season tournament action for you next week. Our tournament week next week brought to you by Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine. For Nick Garst back at Studio Central, Brian Denton providing live stream video tonight free of charge. Brought to you by Precision Electric. Also Tyler Smith, Kevin Lilly. My name is Devin Haney. I want to thank you for joining us for Southeast of Saline Trojan basketball here on KINA.
Are